8 games down, 8 more to go as we welcome you back to day 2's action here at this Debrecen OQT, the final chance to earn a spot to the Paris Olympic Games in the 3x3 basketball competition. Come one, come all. You are welcome. Kyle Montgomery, a.k.a. the voice of 3x3, here with Boz Rosendahl, a.k.a. the Mountain. As I mentioned, we've had 8 thrilling games to this point. We got 8 more to go as we open up action in Women's Pool C. See Spain and Japan and Mongolia in this group. Spain, a perennial powerhouse against Mongolia, who qualified for the Olympics back in 2021. So they were in Tokyo. The women's team trying to get back there once again here in 2024. Spain, who missed out on their chance in a heartbreaking overtime loss to Japan at the Graz OQT. They're back, and they got a couple of veterans in Vega Jimeno and Sandra Higuera-Vide. Some new ads, well, not exactly new ads, as the other 2 players did play at the Europe Cup last year, Juana Camillion, as well as Gracia Olanzo. But they come out in their all-white unis. The Mongolian women could be inspired by what they saw from the men's team, who went 2-0 with 2 massive wins, most recently against Belgium. And here the Mongolian women come in their all blue. Aryan Setseg, Bat Erdine, an Olympian, along with Kulan Anobatar, the 2 Olympians on this team. Bullard Setseg, Sinjav, and Bulbur Murat. New adds to this Mongolian quartet. And we'll see what they can bring here against, again, a very experienced Spain team. Boz, what are you expecting in this 10-minute sprint?
Look, let's get to Mongolia first. Kulan balled out in Hong Kong, but it wasn't enough as all the 3 pool games there were lost. They need a consistent secondary scoring option. They took out Ulzibat and put 2 new fresh faces in, Tenjav and Murat. Got the Nations League experience. Let's see what they can bring to this team as far as scoring goes. Now, Spain, they're a proven entity.
They are.
I mean, we don't really need to talk about them all that much. Look, they proved they still got it at the Europe Cup last year with a 2nd place finish.
Well, I remember in Paris in 2021 where they took gold. I got a chance to run into them here on the square the other day. And you want to talk about a team that is desperate to get back to Paris, a team that has been amongst the very best in 3x3, but just had some heartbreaks, Boz. I mean, you go through the heartbreaks that Spain has suffered over the years. Overtime loss at the Europe Cup, I believe here, to Hungary.
Yes.
You go back to the OQT, losing it in overtime to Japan in a game that would have got them an Olympic ticket.
There was a game in Amsterdam at either Europe Cup or the World Cup where they missed a shot.
That was
the Hungary one.
That was against Hungary. Dor Medjesi.
Yes.
With that incredible shot. So, man, you think of all the heartbreaks, also the success too. And Spain are right in line, but they got to start strong, and they're going to be in a fight against Mongolia. And if you haven't learned from watching the men's team, you'll see that same type of fight with the Mongolian women. You can say that they may be outmatched from a talent perspective. That could be up for an argument as well. But expecting a good one. Sandra Higuera-Vide, a Women's Series MVP, a proven champion. She and Vega Jimeno have played for such a long time together, and they'll be trying to lead Spain to the Olympics as they get ready to get started.
Yeah, and I think they brought the entire Europe Cup squad from last year, right? So the continuity is there. Now, in that Europe Cup, just going back to one of the last international tournaments that they played, right? They shot 40% from 2. Not a high volume, but they got them when they needed to, and they controlled the pace of the game. They didn't turn the ball over. They were in control most of the way through. They ended up losing in the finals. Silver medal and nothing to snuff about. So, yeah, I mean, if they can bring that same type of energy, shoot that type of percentage, they should be good. But I always like the fight on these Mongolian ladies teams.
Yeah.
They go hard. Now, can they get consistent scoring? That's the thing.
And listen, if you, for some reason, cannot watch the games stream live here on YouTube, both of these countries have local broadcasts that you can see the action on. For Spain, you can watch on RTVE. And in Mongolia, you can watch on the Premier Sports Network. So if you ever find yourself in a blackout and you can't access the games on YouTube for both of those countries, in Mongolia, Premier Sports Network, Spain, RTVE. Now that that's settled, let's settle the business at hand. Spain, Mongolia on deck right here. From Debrecen, Kyle Montgomery, a.k.a. The Voice. Boz Rosendahl, a.k.a. The Mountain on the mic. Game number 9. Here, day 2, pool play. Mongolia going to take advantage of a wide open lane. And their new addition, wearing number 30. No, that was Kulan. My bad.
No worries.
There she is. I know that face. I didn't recognize the hair. Anyway, step back. 2 on the way. Block. Aryan Setseg, Bat Erdene.
Aryan Setseg has shown in the past that she can hit shots from the outside. They are going to need her to continue at this pace.
A response on the inside. Juana Camillion. We'll take another look at the step back from Setseg. She's a shooter, streaky shooter, but another player that once they get it going can totally change the game. And it's hard to scout teams like that, right? Because you may see some film, see some games where they don't shoot so well, and then they can come out and be lights out on you. That's the gift and the curse of a streaky shooter.
Yes, and besides the streakiness in their shot, it's also for the entirety of the Mongolian team, it's the addition of 2 players that have seen, again, youth action in tournaments. But how is the chemistry of this team gonna kind of cement itself as the tournament goes, right? Who's going to be the top dog? Who's going to take the shots? And what are the roles for the other players? It's very tough to scout a team like that.
So Aryan Setseg will draw a foul on that attempt. She's already got a nice 2-piece to her name. She'll try to add at the line. And the free throw drops through. Vega Jimeno, she can do that. Dos es bueno.
See, I added a language to the broadcast. Did you hear me ask Telgerniam Davasamu to say something in Mongolian?
Yes, but you didn't technically add. He did.
But look, I brought a language up.
Okay, yeah,
it's
you
all
set
good.
the stage. I can give some props to it.
Thank you.
Thank you, boss. The Mongolian fans certainly thank you. They're thankful to have a 1-point lead here. They're looking for Mo. No. Yeah, no.
That almost hit the magic sky.
We'll blame it on the wind. But it's also nice for Mongolia to have such a big fan base here in Debrecen, Hungary.
Just ridiculous.
They travel well.
Yes.
The men certainly appreciated it. As Juana Camillion will even things up at 4-piece. Drive on the baseline is broken up. Quick hands there from España.
We've talked about this in the past, though. I mean, have you ever been somewhere where a team from Mongolia is playing and there were no Mongolian fans in the crowd? I've never been to a place. I mean, everywhere you go, there's at least a flag, some jerseys.
Yeah, I can't recall a tournament where I haven't seen Mongolian fans there. You're right.
Globally, they're everywhere.
You're right. I got a correction to make. I said that on that Mongolian Olympic team for Tokyo, that Aryan Setseg Bat Erdene was there, but she was not. It was only Kulan and Obatar that returned from that Olympic team. So my mistake. A slight hiccup at the free throw line. Bat Erdene couldn't get it to go. Kulan finds herself on the in-Leo flow. Aryan Setseg, no. 2 seconds to shoot. Also a no. Sandra Igedavide, one of the most electric scorers in the game. She can fill it up on you. And she starts with a 2. Kulan shaking up a little bit. She'll make her way to the bench. You know, Kulan is doing some modeling now with one of our new partners, Karl Lagerfeld.
I did see that.
Those pictures are dope.
Yes, yes. I like all of those.
Who else is featured? They got Worthy,
Janice. I saw.
I think, is it Dogun Iqbat on there too?
No, I think. What? I don't know. Maybe it's Ankbatar and Obatar.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
So him, and then I saw some of the worm.
Oh, yeah.
The new one.
He's on there, too. I guess they just forgot about me. I've done some modeling in my day.
In front of your mirror?
You know what? You're just a hater. Anytime it's Jimeno, making it 7-4. I'm just begging for some camera time. That's all I'm doing, boss.
It's okay.
You can't blame me.
Oh.
Inspected and rejected. So Juana Chameleon has had her fingerprints on this game here early, literally and figuratively. Nice block. Gets Spain the possession here. And they will make good on it. Yes, on the second opportunity, it is good. It's Gracia Alonso who makes it an 8-4 game. The Mongolian fans are a little bit quiet at the moment. Igedavide sees an opening. They want to go back down to the post office.
It's not been cleared.
Oh, no, they did not. I thought Igedavide got out there, but you're right. Was not cleared, so that possession is wiped away. Score stays the same, but possession will go over to Mongolia. Navigating through traffic. Good interior defense to prevent the make. Now Spain mishandle it. Mongolia trying to trim into this lead. Foul called on Spain. That'll be their third.
The crowd get into it again.
Well, they can sense that their team needs a spark.
Yeah, they need a spark. They need to find some offense. They go back to the high post play, a flare screen now. But it's not a lot of space.
They're going to let Arian Setse go to work. That was not an efficient offensive possession at all. Igedavide looking for her second deuce. No bueno. Here's Igedavide. Vamos. Quick step to the crib. Obatar has that pass broken up. So time for a TV timeout. Spain enjoying a 5-point advantage as we head to a break. You can see it's gotten physical already. That big red whelp on the arm of Alonso.
This looks like she hugged Wolverine.
I'm trying to tell you.
But no, yeah, it's been a physical game, and Spain have put a lot of pressure on all of the screening action for Team Mongolia. And it has resulted in a lot of forced shots. Not a lot of open looks, not a lot of creativity on the end of the Mongolians, whereas Spain, they've gotten the pick and roll going. They've got a shot from the outside. They got the drives.
And look at the difference between the Spain fans and the Mongolian fans. The Mongolian fans are going crazy.
Yes.
Spain fans are nice, calm, cool, and collected. Kulan. Late in the shot clock. She'll get another chance. Good look. Not a good result for her. Now they got to deal with Jimeno on the inside. Jimeno will draw the whistle. That'll be the second foul on Mongolia, a shooting foul. And the season 3x3 veteran, Vega Jimeno, with 85 international caps. A gold medalist at the Europe Cup on the silver medal team, both last year and 2019 as well. She will step up and knock it down.
Her and Sandra Igedavide have been in the game for so long. I can still remember her. I think she had an injury in one of the World Cups. You remember?
Yes, she had a
bad injury too.
Yeah, bad ankle injury, and she played through it, played big. Jimeno, I mean, she's the big shot maker. She's the Robert Horry of this Spain team, but Igedavide is the star of the show. That shot goes begging. Mongolia's biggest problem has been manufacturing offense. And that is glaring at the moment. Just 4 points, but a great look from deep. Loose ball poked out of bounds. So Mongolia not taking advantage of the good looks that they have. Spain with a more machine-like approach. Yeah, Jimeno. She did touch that last, so that's why Mongolia will have the possession here. And the length of Spain causing some issues for Mongolia. Contesting those shots from long range and also on the drive. Not easy to get even a layup at the moment. 10-6 it'll stay. Mongolia will take their stance defensively here as Alonso starts the possession here for España. That's another good look. Second.
Say this, though, the pick and roll action at Kulan wide open underneath the basket, and they completely missed her. That's not something that you can just kind of let go and not see, as you need everything, every bucket that you can get as Team Mongolia. Look, it got Buterdine open.
I was going to say, like, yeah, Kulan was open underneath. I mean, that's the gimme bucket. But if you can get a look at a wide open two, you got to make those count. So far, Mongolia have not been able to do it. Kulan from way out there. Maybe not the best shot option in this offense. Spain sticking to what they know. They don't land the layup. But Mongolia not helping themselves, shooting themselves in the foot. In fact, they already trail by 7. And they don't hold on to the possession as that one's thrown out of bounds. The third and final OQT tournament, as the final 3 tickets to the Olympic Games in Paris coming up in July will be decided at the end of business at this tournament. 4 days of action. You're looking at day 2 right now. And a commanding lead for Spain.
Finally some action here. Uh-oh.
All right, nice shot, but even that is a high degree of difficulty make from Bulbul Murat. All counted plus the foul. See, the buckets that Mongolia is getting, they're such difficult buckets. There's hardly any easy offense for them. Spain are finding it much easier in their offensive attack. They lead 12-5 now with a chance to add to it. At the line here, here's Camille, ranked number 2 out of Spain. She will not knock down the free throw. All right, the tarp is going on. I guess that means no more rain in the forecast today, Boz. That's not a bad thing.
I'm happy about that. Now I can see the court instead of a screen.
So that grillage never came, Boz. I'm a little bit.
You text your people.
I need to text my people. Somebody send the memo out. Me and Boz are hungry. Can we have some food, please? This is really for Boz. I'm good. But Boz is about to faint over here. If he eats another small pineapple, it's going to drive me crazy. Get the man a sandwich, please. Get a hand up on Sandra Igadavide.
That shot is bread.
Oh, what?
Bread, money.
Yes. I'm still in that one. Let me get a pen. Everything. See, most people don't know that that's a slang word for money. Bread.
I do.
Yeah, relish, dough, paper. Yeah, Skrilla. You ain't never heard that, have you?
Skrilla.
Skrilla.
No.
Yeah. I'm taking you to the hood one time, Boz. You ain't got it like that out there.
I don't have that. I got the yins and yans from the Berg, though.
Oh, there's an and one. I ain't got a slang term for that. Camille, she's been a catalyst for Team Spain, just relentlessly attacking the bucket and scoring through contact. This is looking like it's going to be a runaway win for Spain.
Yes, yes. If this keeps up, if Spain keeps this level of focus, this game might get uglier than Chewbacca.
Uglier than Shanae. You ever seen Martin?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We actually got that on TV in the Netherlands.
Oh yeah?
Yes, we did.
My favorite all-time show ever.
Oh yeah, I'll take that. That's good. Can I take that and give you the Fresh Prince back though?
No, I want Martin over the Fresh Prince.
Oh, wow. All right.
I'll take Martin over the Fresh Prince. I love Fresh Prince. What you know about Family Matters back then?
Yeah, no.
Steve Urkel?
No, we didn't get much of that.
Saved by the Bell?
We did get that.
All
but
right.
I didn't mess with that.
That went out of bounds.
Urkel was funny, though.
Did I do that?
The Urkel voice, too. Wow. Okay.
We digress.
Yes, we do.
It's easy to digress in a 10-point game, though.
Half the people listening weren't even alive for TV shows like that.
That's true. But they can't blame us. It's a blowout right now.
Yeah.
Spain making easy work of Mongolia at the moment. Igedavide will get called for that carry. She's got a good attitude about it. She's going to laugh it off. And Spain will get set defensively. Pool C opener here in Debrecen. Kulan drops one in. We'll see if it's a spark for Mongolia. The fouls continue to add up. Much quicker than the points, it seems. That is the 5th on Mongolia, but another look at Kulan, a no batar, smooth stroke, butter from the deep end. Oh, Jimeno. Hard foul. She'll bounce up and head to the free throw line. 6th on Mongolia. Already looking in the 8-point deficit. And 3:10 to go. Jimeno makes it 16-7. So Spain in a sprint to 5. Mongolia have some work to do. Uh-oh. Possession change. They didn't clear it. So Mongolia looking a little bit rattled.
Yeah, and look, if you look at the pool, this might not be the game they want to shine. Obviously, you want to win every game, but Spain is one of the favorites coming out of pool play here. They now want to just tank some confidence going into the next game of the day, right? That's when you need to get a win.
Proven machine. But again, the men's team, I don't think they were favored in their 2 opening games, and they found a way to get it done. The skill set, though, with the Mongolian women's team, it's proven to be a little bit lacking in this contest, at least. Spain are just getting comfortable looks, easy rebounds. Nothing easy there, but Igedavide just off target. Kulan sets the screen. Arjen Setseg, that is a double dribble.
I see that Arjen Setseg to kind of step behind that screen, get a shot up. There's a lot of space there. She dribbles into the defense, and that ends up being a contest you can't get around.
Yeah, take what the defense gives you. Now, again, we don't know how the elements might be affecting the players. It's a little bit of a breeze, right? Maybe if you're a shooter, you pass up on that 2 opportunity because it's a little bit breezy. I don't know.
It is a little bit breezy, and it's a little bit cold, too. Right? It's chilly. So you step on the court and you have to warm up in a different way. Your preparation is thrown off because there's not a lot of preparation outside here. The other court, the practice court, doesn't have a roof.
Cold, Boz? Come on. I mean, this is shorts and t-shirt weather, right?
Apparently it's long socks weather.
You know what? If you're going to wear shorts like I did, like an idiot today, you can make up for it by wearing long socks. At least I'm a little bit warmer.
Yeah. Just everybody check them out on my Instagram.
You got to take a different
in the
picture.
Stories.
That picture of me looked crazy. I'm not posting that, repost it until you take a good picture of me.
You want me to take another picture of you? This is how you've been looking all day.
That's true.
I could have taken one with butter on your face earlier. And that outfit.
But you caught me in the middle of a blink.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking real crazy. You can't have me out there right now.
Just, yeah, you know.
17-7. This one's a a laugher. And it's getting worse for Mongolia. Oh, no. 18-7. Spain taking this contest completely over.
Yeah, they're looking sharp again. Look, they're on that quest. They want that ticket to the Olympics. And this is their shot to get one.
Not a matter of if this is going to be a Spain win. It's just a matter of when. Minute 28, or if they get it done quicker than that. We get all kinds of friends and guests joining the broadcast randomly throughout the day. Shout out to Rafa, representing for Puerto Rico. We'll see the men's team in action here coming up soon. Not next, but
a couple games.
Yeah, a couple games away. Japan and Egypt, by the way, they're immediately on deck. Women's competition, Pool C. As soon as this one is in the books, which will be soon, hopefully.
That is the first game for both teams in the competition, Spain and Mongolia. The next opponent for Spain.
Bob's getting his groove on right now. He's
at 8:45.
completely out of his game.
Well, you know,
he's resorted to dancing. That's never a good thing for anybody involved, especially me, who has to sit here and watch this.
You watch that. I look at your shenanigans all day.
You got to be there, no good on the second attempt. 19-7 is where it stands. 60 seconds left in this game. Two is launched. It ain't that windy. So ball back over to España. You know, we haven't talked a lot about Spain. When we talked about the favorites to get a ticket, I think he deserves more credit.
They do. They definitely do.
I think I put him in front of Germany. South Germany scored 9 points in the win today.
Yeah, I think they have more offensive firepower than Germany. I'll for sure say that.
Okay, then there's other teams like Lithuania too.
Okay.
I think Canada, like we talked about earlier, kind of stand alone.
Spain might be number 2 as far as teams you could see get that ticket here. I'll take that. I mean, you know, I'm not mad at it.
And Poland, right?
Yeah, I mean,
2-0.
Kostanek keeps playing like that.
It's gonna be interesting. That one broken up. Spain just need one more to put a period on the end of this one. Possession arrow stays in their direction. The step back, 2 on the way. Long rebound tracked down by Jimeno. Drive, drop step, turnaround. Thanks for playing. But this one is done before the limit. 21-7 victory. Juana Camilion with the final bucket to put a period to the statement victory that Spain just gave us. How'd you like that? Putting a period to the statement victory.
I like that, but I'm distracted because I'm getting some food.
Oh, we got some food.
We got some food.
They heard us. They heard us.
Thank you.
Because I'm safe by. Yo, no.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Oh, yeah, we got some food. Me and Boz, we go eat. Yeah. Okay. Let me write down the score, Boz.
Go ahead.
21-7.
I need a fork, though.
Just eat with your hands, man.
No. Oh, I see. There's a fork
Listen,
in here.
y'all enjoy the highlight. We're gonna eat really quick as we can.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll get set up for the next game. Japan and Egypt women's Pool C action coming your way in just a few minutes. Enjoy the highlights. Boz, eat, starting now. Go. Timer's on. Okay, so you got Japan and Egypt coming up.
Oh, you're right.
Excuse us. A few more bites. Japan and Egypt coming up right here, right now. Both teams, both countries represented in both the men's and women's competitions, by the way.
Yes.
Game number 10 of 16 on the day. Hope y'all been sticking and staying with us. Not just watching your favorite teams, but enjoying all the 3x3 action. That's always funner. More fun is what I should say.
Yes.
But I just want to introduce the teams. I got 2 bites left.
Oh, you go ahead. All right. We got Japan coming out first. Japan played in the Olympic qualification tournament out in Utsunomiya, lost a superstar. Yua Imura went down with a bad knee injury, couldn't play. These ladies played with 3. It was Miyashita, Takada, and Nakada that went to the very brink but got eliminated in pool play on points scored. Now Miku Takahashi joins the squad, and let's see what they can bring out here in Debrecen. Obviously hoping to qualify to their 2nd Olympic Games, as they already qualified for the first time 3x3 was represented in the Olympics in 2021 out in their home country. Now they're facing a team Egypt that boasts some size. They are tough at times. They have the inside presence to make it difficult on anybody. They're your Africa Cup 2023 runners-up. It's Habiba Hatem, Hagar Amer, Malak Sadek, and Ranim Mohamed. And 3 out of 4 ladies are 185 centimeters or above. This team, Kyle, is huge, but you go ahead and keep eating. It is your 10th seed in Egypt taking on your 6th seed in Japan. And again, Japan a part of the last Olympics, Egypt not so much. So let's see if Egypt can bring it in this one. The referees, Najib Shahjadin, the fisherman, and Dorothy Okoch.
So we got Okach and the fisherman.
Yes.
Did you get it?
Got to get him some rain boots.
Okach and the fisherman.
We've got to get him some rain boots.
Never mind. I'm back in a very bad way. I apologize. Maybe I should give myself another timeout. If I'm going to come back with that, I need to rethink.
No, you go ahead. I'm gonna
okay, now you eat. All right. Thanks for setting the stage, Boz. I can handle it from here until you're done. All right, here we go. 10 minutes on the game clock. Pool C action. Rolling right along from Kossuth Square, the voice of the mountain. Just a voice for the moment, as Egypt will start with the first possession. Each team have had their respective success in their Continental Cups. Japanese have not only played well at the Asia Cup, but as Boz mentioned earlier, earned their way to the Olympics for Tokyo 2021. They suffered some injuries on their roster, losing some key players, but they've managed to retool and reboot, and they still got straight shooters on their squad. They open things up with a 2-piece combo. Great defense there. Kata is going to tie things up. Egypt, who not only won the Africa Cup in 2022, but they did it in 2019 as well. But you see Takashi, the release, shreds the threads, not a problem. Japanese teams are always bringing quickness and shooters. They can shoot it at a high clip. They're going to be just fine. Converting at the rim might help them out too. That missed layup, we'll see if Egypt can turn it into anything for themselves. Not initially, as Japan quickly cleared. Good defense. So that one is poked away. Malak Sadek getting a hand on that. It's the length of the Egyptians that can make things difficult on Japan. But the risk is getting called for fouls. Those long arms, because Japan is not going to stop a relentless attack getting to the rim. Again, their speed is probably their biggest weapon. They lead it 2-zip out of the gates. Here come Egypt on the attack. They want to get it down low to the post office. And no good. Now Japan showing them how it's done with the quickness. Straight to the rack, a 3-0 start for Team Japan. Step back 2 on the way. Thank you. Nice connection there from Habiba Hatem, the youngest member of this Egyptian team. So that should give the Egyptians some life here. They were down 3-0. But all it takes is 1-2 ball to change things. Here's the step back to release right off the window. 1-point contest. Kind of a wild drive. At least the whistle is earned. That'll be the first foul on Japan.
I have to say, out in Utsunomiya, I really came to be liking this Japan team. They showed the heart of a warrior, playing with 3, still getting some victories. Remember, they beat Team Germany?
Yes. With
only 3 players, not on the back of outstanding offense. No, they played a ridiculously good defense.
Yeah, an inspiring performance. They had a lot of people behind them just because of their ability to play with 3 and not only be competitive, but win. Their signature win out there was again against Germany, who had the full complement of players, were the 1 seed there as well.
Yes.
And yet and still, Japan found a way to get a win. How'd you enjoy your Hungarian cuisine, by the way?
Can you name the name of this dish?
Yeah, I can't name this dish because it was a bunch of different things.
Okay.
We had fish, we had chicken.
Well,
vegetables.
I like fish, I like chicken, and I like vegetables, so it was nice. And what's that, barley?
I don't know, Boz. I don't want to talk with a mouthful. That's where you're supposed to say.
I'm sorry. So I'm taking over here, Kyle. You go ahead and get you some of that food. That's how we do, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm
we
ready
switch
now.
it up.
I'm ready. 3-3. I think Raneem is going to be the go-to player for Egypt. Most experience of the 4. She's usually going to have an advantage on the inside. They start the possession by getting it to her on the left elbow. Quick hands from Japan. They will steal it only for the moment. Take a look. I think Raneem touched that last, so Takada will get things started here for Team Japan. A 3-3 game. Nice ball movement. Man, that was beautiful teamwork. Release of that score on the inside for Japan. Miyashita doing the honors. There's Raneem scoring through the contact. As Egypt will respond and even things up at 4 apiece. Nice ball fake and the scoop-dee-doo. So back-to-back scores from Miyashita.
I was going to say that scoop's bucket flavor.
What exactly is bucket flavor?
Tastes like a score. I don't know.
What does a bucket taste like? All right.
I mean, that or a rusty iron, but I don't know. That.
I like the way it sounds.
Yes, thank you.
The logic doesn't exactly, it isn't logical, but that's all right.
Does it have to be though?
No. Raneem. Thought that was going down. It did not. Man, they're just going past the Egyptian defenders like practice cones. That's how quick Japan is. And until Egypt find a remedy for that quickness, not only is it going to lead to layups, but also open shots. Now it's 3 versus 2. Takada put some extra spin on that. An empty possession, however, for Japan. They lead at 6-4. Raneem running out of time. Got to do something now. Was able to get a whistle. Well, that was not a whistle for a foul. That was a whistle for travel. So,
yeah, and that's good recognition by Nakata. She picked up on the fact that Raneem likes to drive right and stopped her on that right-hand side time and time again. I think she had 3 stops in 1 possession. Then Raneem, under pressure, stepped through. It was a travel. Yeah, we'll get us to our first TV timeout. But look, it's been that Shinkansen speed on the Japanese that have shined through here in the first couple of minutes. As expected, this is a clash of styles, right? A huge Team Egypt, a lot of length, a lot of size, a lot of inside play versus a speedy Team Japan.
I think I'd rather have the speed just because it's a little bit more disruptive. Speed leads to open looks from outside. I guess good interior play can do the same.
You have to have a balance with inside play.
Yeah.
Right? With speed, you're going to get some rotations, and then you'll get some shots from the outside. With just inside play, though, people can just play one-on-one. And if you score, you score.
That is correct. We are 3.5 minutes in. Japan continue to put their pedal to the metal. Fast and furious. Cash from the corner. There's the penetration leading to a good look. That's a great look for Egypt. That shot goes begging.
Japan deciding to double team on that post-up play. I really don't get that. You're up 4 points. Just play one against one in the post. Try to see if you can get them away from the shots they like. Send them to their offhand. Instead of double teaming and giving up an open look from 2. It didn't go down this time. It could the next time, though.
Well, double teaming in 3x3 anyway is always a risky proposition because you got 3 players in the court. I would not encourage it most of the time.
No.
8-5. Japan playing their game. They are dictating the pace. Hard to keep up with the pace that they set. They are the pole setters at the moment, 9-5. And Egypt, the shots that they're getting are late in the shot clock, tough shots. They got to make some quick adjustments to get back in this game. Again, 9-5 Japan, almost midway through.
Our coaching warning extended.
Who was coaching?
Somebody in the crowd.
For Japan?
I think so. Couldn't see.
Long ball too strong. Ball fake and drive. No bucket. Recovered. Scored. There's a whistle. And 1 Raneem. So Egypt in desperate need of a spark. Raneem has that one land in her lap. She makes it count underneath. Now she'll get a chance at the strike. Could make it a 1-possession game. That's exactly what she does. Baseline, Raneem. Kata falling away. What a make. Tamani Nakata makes it a 2-point game. That 2 touches nothing. Out of bounds substitution is made for Team Egypt. But Raneem trying to be a catalyst here for Egypt. Got the score underneath and then shows off the touch mid-range. Japan still applying pressure on the inside. Great use of the pivot there, Boz. Huh?
That's good footwork by Miyashita, and she kept the ball away, threw it up and over the outstretched arms of the, again, taller Egyptians.
Back-to-back buckets for Raneem, by the way.
Yeah, she's on one.
Actually, that was Hagar Amir, wearing number 14. In any case, no matter who's putting the ball in the bucket, Egypt will happily accept it. They're keeping pace here. Just over 4 minutes to play, 9-11. Nakata decides to get it back up top. Driving kick late in the shot clock. Japan are so dangerous when they play this way.
And I like the design of that play. They were deliberate with their action and their movement. They knew what they were doing. They got a down screen, a handoff, and a ball screen out of that. And it ends up an open shot.
Yeah, Miku Takahashi, 23 years young, and playing a great game for Japan here in their Debrecen OQT opener. 13-9 as they've gotten a little bit more breathing room against a very game Egyptian team that won't go away. So now that they're rehydrated, time to get back to it as we head down the second half stretch of day 2's pool play action here in Debrecen.
To go on the final, to go on the schedule of the day and of the competition. FIBA 3x3 OQT.
They'll start left, swing it back right. Uh-oh, that's going to be a travel. Saw the feet shuffling from up here.
You're right. I had nothing. You can look at me all you want. I had nothing to say about that. That might just be the itis kicking in.
No, I wasn't looking for any particular analysis there.
You were staring. That chicken hit the spot, didn't it?
You know, I got that itis. Once you start eating, maybe we shouldn't have been asking for the food. Now that we got it,
need more espresso now. All right.
Yeah, well, again, it's been a little bit of a lethargic game. A little bit of a lethargic game. Say that 3 times fast.
A lethargic game?
Yes. A little bit of a lethargic game.
Oh, that first part I'm not messing with. That's a tongue breaker.
14-9. A more comfortable advantage for Japan. Throw that thing in reverse.
I got a bar for you that's hard to pronounce, though. I'll save it. I'll save it.
All right.
I got one for you, but I'm gonna need you. It's gonna be a challenge. If you can get that 3 times in a row, I'll get you some food after.
Another test for me, huh?
A test, yes.
I'm cool with that.
I actually wrote this one down in the hotel room. I was like, yeah, I like that one, but I'm not gonna try to pronounce it, so I'm leaving it. But you might have what it takes.
Well, the test that you gave me before, I think I passed it. I think.
Well, let's give it. All right, so let's give it a try.
No, don't do it now.
Oh, come on.
Because I'm in no position to be answering any of your tests right now.
It's a sentence.
All right, fine.
Okay. Try this.
All right.
Snatched it like a Quidditch snitch.
Snatched it like a Quidditch snitch.
Okay, that's 1.
Snatched it like a Quidditch snitch.
Oh, that's 2.
Snatched it like a Quidditch snitch.
I like it. That's 3.
Yeah.
I'll get you some food.
Straight up. A Quidditch snitch. Oh,
yeah, see? See?
very good.
I couldn't get that out, so I just left it. That's one of the bars I'm not using. You can take it.
I think I inspired you with the golden snitch bar.
Oh, you did.
Yesterday, right?
You did.
Harry Potter fan, huh?
Yes.
All right.
Read the books the day they came out.
I've never read the books. I watched all of the movies, though.
Yeah, I've watched those several times as well.
Are we nerds?
Yes, we are.
Proud of you.
Very proud of you. Somewhere out there, Vince Chang is smiling.
I think Vince is watching every game.
Yes, he is. Yes. He was commenting on our bars in my WhatsApp feed.
I think Vince is only watching every game for that shout-out that he gets every day.
Hey, we are going to give him a shout-out every day, though. That's the thing.
That's enough airtime for you. Oh, drive to the crib. Nakata. That's easy money. Under 2 minutes to go. Five-point contest still. Japan not exactly sweating at the moment. So that one is missed long range, but again, with 90 seconds left here, Egypt are going to need some quick scores and some defensive stops. Vince Chang chiming in again.
Yes. Yeah, he's texting already.
Vince, literally, I think he's watching every game. Let Vince Chain be an example to you all at home. He's not just watching one game. He's sitting here listening to us commentate on 3x3 for 8 hours straight.
I love it.
Chain Dynasty, stand up. Nice thievery. That's just easy. Oh, I was just about to say how easy that is. Easy does it. That's a recovery and score. And some life here for Egypt. They're down. Well, Japan are now trying to take that life away. As Egypt had pulled within, I believe, 2 points. No, 3 points. Clear foul there. Layup goes. One free throw upcoming. The lightning fast. Shizuka Takada.
I thought you were going to say Suzuki Takada.
I was saving that. You just took my thunder.
Oh, sorry. I apologize.
It's all right. .58 ticks left. Now, Boz, I'm wishing I listened to you with the pants thing today.
You're getting cold, huh?
Where'd you get those? The pants store? Do you know, you know where that line is from? No. You never watched Anchorman?
Oh, yes, I have.
Brick, when they got into the...
Oh, yeah, now I remember.
Right?
Anchorman must be. So there's 2 movies I think out there that are the best for quotes, right? It's Anchorman and Superbad.
I got to be honest with you. That smells like pure gasoline.
I'm in a glass cage of emotions.
2 is off the mark. Yep. That... I had ribs in my teeth. That's why. That's why I'm talking like this. That movie's goated, though. That movie is goated.
You're right. I have to say, Will Ferrell movies in general are just out there.
He's one of my faves. 17-14. Japanese lead with just 8 seconds left. Looking to wrap this one up. Not without another whistle. And a timeout.
Well,
what could Japan want to draw up here with 4.5 seconds left and a 3-point lead?
a play to get a bucket. You never know. They were eliminated in the last OQT on a 3-way tie where they didn't score enough points. So they're going to try to score as many points as they can score.
You're right.
So apparently there's some Japanese fans out here as well. Somebody outside was telling me that this is a student city, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, I think, maybe Mongolian and Japanese students.
Maybe so. It's definitely a college town, which I don't think a lot of people actually recognize about Debrecen. It's a pretty underrated city. Oh, at the horn! Mama, there go that lady.
Just like they drew it up, Miku Takahashi with 2 extra at the buzzer.
She pulled the +2 card on him, didn't she? 19-14, the official final tally for Japan over Egypt. So that's exactly what the Japanese wanted, to spark their competition. We'll see them later on matched up against Spain. We'll see Egypt against Mongolia. Coming up next, we'll get to the Israel versus Hungary men. As the volume in this place is about to go up. I can tell you that right now, with the Hungarian men trying to get back to the final here in Debrecen. We'll see how they're fare and how they will fare in their first go at it. Pool B men's action on deck.
So we'll shift our attention over to the men's Pool B action on deck here from Debrecen in front of the Reformed Church. We got Israel, we got Hungary coming up next for you on this screen. The home crowd has filled up the stands here as their men get ready to try to compete for an Olympic ticket. But it's Team Israel coming out first. A lot of boos for the squad here because of the home crowd here. And here we go. It's 3 members out of the Pro Circuit Team Tel Aviv, Tomer Cohen. And there's a work of art, Netanel Artzi. And they're joined by Gil Noyevich. And last but not least, Omer Sadeh. Omer only 22 years of age. Him and Gil Noyevich, members of the World Cup Under-23 in 2023. Made it all the way to the finals, ended up losing to a Team USA. And they take that into this tournament here to try to compete for that Olympic ticket. Now they are facing a home team in Hungary. Everybody's on their feet for these fellas. And it's Frankenstein coming out first. Tomasz Ivosev, a long-time 3x3er. Last time he was on the pro circuit was on Team Novi Sad in 2021. But he is a veteran for sure. He's going to try to lead his team out here in Debrecen. He's joined by Attila Demeter, Laszlo Koma, and Uros Rosic. This is your Team Hungary. And they're going to try to represent the home country out here in Debrecen. Now again, Hungary is your 15th seed. Israel, your 13th seed. And Hungary in the last few years, no great results. On the men's national end side, a 19th place finish at the World Cup. Europe Cup in 22, they came in 9th. But last year didn't qualify to the main rounds. Israel, they did qualify to the Europe Cup. They came in 10th in a Europe Cup in their home country. 14th at the World Cup. So again, 2 squads that are looking to redeem themselves after a so-so 2023. And I do think both teams have the star power as far as individual talent. Again, with Tomasz Ivosev, he dominated the top of the 3x3 competition for years, being a part of Team Novi Sad on the pro circuit. Last year, Artsy showed us a lot of great highlights. And again, Noyevich and Sade, they did win a lot of games at that World Cup Under-23. So we'll see if that carries over here to the senior national team. We are about to get this 10-minute sprint underway. And I hope y'all can hear me because the stadium just got loud for the men in white, red, and green. And if Kyle was here, he would say something in Hungarian. I have no knowledge of that language, so we'll get it going. It's Demeter to Rosic. Rosic on the drive, easy layup. They're on the board first. Oh, and a miscue on Israel. It saved inbounds. Noyevich using the speed. He gets
I don't mind being the errand boy.
Kyle, you missed something. I think I might have a play on the top 5.
Oh, really? What happened?
Frankenstein just smacked a shot off the glass badly, a chase down block.
You know Ivo Sepp is one of my favorites. Frankenstein, half man, half monster. He and Attila Demeter, they returned from that 2021 team. They got to the final. There's Attila Demeter with the quickness to the crib. Now Israel, they fielded some great players over the years, especially Nathaniel Artsy. He's in his bag. Arts and crafts. He'll make it a 2-2 game.
Artsy dancing with the Wilson, the fadeaway.
Demeter to Ivo Sepp. Not that time. Rebound, no good. And Demeter will draw the foul. He's one of the players that I've seen come up over the last 5-6 years from the youth competitions to now being a heavily counted on player at the senior level.
That goes for both teams, actually. As you didn't cover Nojevic and Sade at the youth level. I did last year at the World Cup Under-23. Again, they made it to the finals.
What kind of players are they? Okay, make it to the finals. They got to be pretty good then.
Yeah, Nojevic is lightning quick, as you can see. He's a creator. He's very fast. Sade, he's a pick and pop threat.
Okay, I like the first step, but yeah, my first time, I think, seeing them up close in person. I've seen Cohen and I've seen Artsy. 3-3 game. The Hungarian women, who went 2-0 yesterday, they were one of the talks of the town, obviously. Ivo Sepp. His pass is broken up. But Tomo, man, playing on the Pro Tour and leading Novi Sad to that World Tour title. I believe that was 2019. MVP of the league that year. And for a long time, one of the most dominant players in the game. He's still got something left in the tank, I think.
I think he does. His game, I think, ages pretty well as he's disruptive on defense with his long arms. As Nojevic, though, says, get that defense out of there. But look, this post game right here, the strength, the ability to turn away from players, I think that doesn't leave you, especially when you keep in shape. And I think Ivo Sepp looks like he's in great shape, actually.
It's hard to answer for that quickness, like you just said. Nojevic putting him to the test.
Yeah, that's what Nojevic will do. He's shifty. He mainly drives left, but he's very quick.
Artsy lining one up from long range. That was well offline. Here's Frankenstein on the attack. As Tomo Ivo Sepp will get to the line at 34 years old. Packs a punch with 110 kilos coming at you.
It's not, I mean, look, I played against the cat in the past. That's no fun, I'll tell you. It hurts.
Ivo Sepp with 43 international caps. I know you've had your share of battles with him.
When you want to call that a battle, you can call it a battle. Usually it was a loss on my end. And my God, usually it hurt too.
That's like when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Yeah.
You got to give yourself more credit, Bob.
I'll give myself some credit, but Ivo Sepp, look, it's hard to take credit when you score a bunch of points, but your game loses if your team loses the game.
That's true. I like Udo Rasic's game too.
Yeah,
I've seen him come along too. I think that he could be probably the X factor for Hungary, because you know what you're going to get from Attila, you know what you're going to get from Ivo Sepp as well. But Rasic, a good 5-on-5 player, giving the Hungarian fans something to cheer about. Long ball on the way, Blau. 6'4" Israel. Rosic will drop it off. Underneath. Oh, that is a creative score right there. Laszlo Koma.
How did he get that one to go down?
Come on now. 6'5", all up in his pores. Oh, he pushes that Frankenstein. Crazy with it. But nice little back and forth we got going here. Men's Pool B play. First time we're getting a look at either of these teams on this second day of pool play action. Nojovic will start the possession. He will get it back. Beautiful give and go. Hey, Israel can play.
I told you.
Israel can play. Don't sleep on Israel.
No, I told you. Look, they have the talent to compete. I haven't seen all 4 of these guys on the court at the same time, but I do think they have what it takes. They got the creativity. They got the shot creating ability. They got the shot making ability as well, I think.
Demeter sizing up the defense. Going to use the screen. Attila with the pocket pass is broken up. Nice defense from Israel. Archie with the up fake. You know, Archie can play above the rim, too. This time he's playing out deep. The deuce is cash money. 11-6 Israel in control. I'll take that and you take this. Artsy, picture perfect from long range. 13-6 as Attila will attack the rack. Well, that's just 1 point to answer 4 from Artsy alone. Artsy, that's a heat check.
Yeah.
But late in the shot clock, he had to kind of force that one up.
It was a broken possession. He needed to force that up. But look, 2 makes out of his last 3 two-point attempts. That dude's range is deeper than the Dead Sea.
Artsy with the stroke. Pun for pun as me and Boz go back and forth like these 2 teams are right now. So, Boz, I like having you here, man. It's always fun.
Me too, man. Happy to be on.
You help me get through the day. They can be long sometimes. Speaking of long, that was longer than a speech. Plus the foul, count it. Sade with some string music. Sweetest taboo. That's why. Sade? Come on, boss.
You're coming at me with these songs again.
Sade is an icon. If you don't know who Sade is, I'm going to turn your mic off. Do you know who Sade is?
I know who she is.
Okay, I was about to.
I know. But look, with all of this music stuff on the broadcast, me and you should start a Spotify playlist, I think, for the audience.
Keeping it real, though, our playlist will be dope.
Yeah, we talk a lot of music off stream, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, mainly hip-hop, though.
We both have an appreciation for that, Art.
Yes.
How can you not appreciate the effort that Israel's put forth here in enemy territory, fighting against Hungary here in the Hungarians' backyard? Israel enjoying a 16-8 advantage at the moment, but make that 9. It's Hungary are fighting back.
Look, they've invested into 3x3 for the last few years. I've seen these guys come through at all kinds of levels. The youth, the challenger level. They came through Amsterdam to play in our pro league, and the 3x3 Unites stops all over the country. I like what they bring, man.
Well, Archie unable to stroke that one from deep. Frankenstein as he'll help set up the offense. Man, Attila, man, he's got the gift of size and speed, and he is putting it to full use for Hungary. They get it down to 6, but Israel is still very much in control of this game with 4:25 left. Artsy. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. I thought he was moving on that screen. Is that?
I think that's an and one opportunity. I think that bucket counts. They might review that, but
maybe the whistle after the shot was already on the way. I think that's what will be the outcome with this one. Exactly. That 2 does count, and the subsequent foul, the whistle, after that ball is let go. So count that. 18-10 Israel.
man,
Israel is real. They're giving it to Hungary right now, as the Hungarians will give it down to Frankenstein. He's alive.
Hungary's fighting 2s with 1s.
That's a losing battle. That's like bringing a stick to a knife fight, but hold on. The Hungarians are firing as well, and it's 2013. So back and forth we go, but obviously Israel are absolutely shooting the nets off in this contest.
Look, and that's what they can do. That's what I saw last year at the World Cup Under 23, where again Nojevic and Sade represented. They had a great shooting squad, and we've seen that in the past as well. If they can get that shot going from the outside consistently, if they can get that 2-ball to drop again and again, they are so dangerous. They got some creativity towards the basket as well. Look, with a game like this, I don't want to crown them a dark horse just yet.
Well, you know, Boz, I'll be honest with you. I was thinking the same thing. I was about to say it a minute ago, but I think we might have been sleeping on Israel.
We don't want to put that on them just yet. But look, this squad is looking very good.
Yeah, we might have been sleeping on these guys.
Yes, maybe.
But I like a pleasant surprise. They still got to put the finishing touch on this one. So it ain't done yet. Got an out-of-bounds challenge in the meantime.
Israel or Hungary, out-of-bounds challenge.
So they'll get a closer look at this one. But Israel appear to be on the brink of picking up an opening win here in Debrecen. They've been waiting all day to get their chance to take the floor, and they put on a show in this one. An absolute light show from long range. Austria and Puerto Rico on deck. Another one we've been looking forward to.
Should be a good game. That's one of the ones we circled before the start of the day, huh?
That is true.
Just as we're waiting it out here, how are you feeling with them shorts on?
Honestly, not so good. It's quite brisk out here.
I wish somebody would get you a blanket because you look like you need one.
I got goose pimples on my kneecaps. Is that
goose pimples?
Yes.
Is that what they're called?
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Well.
Challenge is lost, by the way. I'll be all right.
No, I'm sure you will be. Just don't get the sniffles tomorrow, all right?
Don't jinx that. Don't wish that on me. 7-point lead, Israel. Backdoor dime. Ivo Sem to Attila. Demeter will pick up a 6th foul on Hungary. This one looking like it's going to end before the limit.
Yeah, and again, Gil Nojevic's speed has proven to be a problem for this team, Hungary.
Kicks it out. Artsy decides to pass up the 2, and he finishes with the filet. Filet, yeah.
Yeah, you got that.
All right. That's how that one ends. 21-15. There's Artsy, artistic on the finish. A work of art for Israel. What a performance for them to come into Hungary and pick up a 7-point W. Uh-oh.
Oh, somebody
the
got
reinforcements
you.
Have
somebody
come
got
to
you
help.
some pants.
Thank you, Ricky.
Oh, wow. Look, you got people looking out for you everywhere.
So Brigitte has come and brought me some reinforcement pants that I will be putting on. You can't repeat that on the microphone. Anyway, hey, please enjoy the highlights. Sorry if you're a Hungarian fan watching this one. Israel, hey, they just wouldn't be denied.
Nope.
This is a team that they're serving notice. Don't sleep on Israel. They got a team full of ballers, and they represent with a 21-15 win. So we'll step aside for a quick moment as that one ended before the limit, and we will get ready for Pool B action between Austria and Puerto Rico. On deck from here at Hajdú Square. Stick around. You thought we was lying? Of course we got more action coming at you. You know that. Austria and Puerto Rico will now take center stage here from Hajdú Square. Got to look at the Austrians in the first UOQT in Hong Kong. Made it to the Olympic ticket game there, but they ran into a Latvia team that was well suited to get a win there. Latvia earned their Olympic ticket, so now Austria will get a second crack at it. Puerto Rico, who we saw perform in Utsunomiya, they also came up short. Got a little bit of a warm-up, I guess you could say, at the Chongqing. How was that challenger?
What, Puerto Rico, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, they went to the Hongcheon Challenger
that
in
was
Korea.
Yes.
But look, word out of the camps of the teams there was some stomach virus going around, and that's never a good preparation. I mean, look, the warm-up is good because they got the second place there. They actually played well, but a stomach virus ain't nothing to mess with. That'll stick with you for a couple of days. That will drain you of your energy. Then they had to take a long flight to get over here. I mean, I wonder if that agenda, that schedule that they had for themselves might have been a little bit too busy, but you never know.
Well, we'll see. Playing a challenger within a week of the Olympic qualifying tournament, it could serve as a nice warm-up and maybe an opportunity to get some practice heading into a contest like this or a tournament like this. It could have an adverse effect. We're going to find out. Again, it'll be our first look at Puerto Rico against this Austrian team. Austria comes out with their heavy hitters. You see Nico Kaltenbrunner is back on the squad. He's a recent father. There's a couple of dads right there. Marcos Michalides and Maniszewski.
Yes. But look, this Austrian team is different looking. No Muratti for them. No Kramer, whoever you want to bring out. They come in with Tony Blazon. Tony led the Austrians in scoring at the 2019 Europe Cup. I went all the way back and checked out some of his games. He's a nifty ball handler. He can score both in the paint and outside. He had a little post-up game to him as well. He's a lefty. Apparently knows the game at 3x3, right? He's had reps with Lenortner, who in that video I was watching, he was still wearing that bowl cut that he did earlier in his career. I mean, I'm probably happy that he doesn't have that anymore.
Stick with works. Look, in the bowl cut, he just gave us a 360 here in the warm-ups.
Whoa, Lenortner?
Oh no, okay.
I was talking about Lenortner.
Well, that's kind of a bowl cut too, with the braids on top.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about just the longer hair that goes down. Well, you know what? Never mind.
Lenortner doesn't have the bowl cut now, though,
no,
right?
but he did then. In 2019, I was watching some old videos.
I'm more concerned with the 2024 version of Matty Ice.
Okay, I'm concerned with this. What is Fabio Sonell's role going to be?
Oh, don't ask me for an answer there. I think that Fabio Sonell has great ability. If he can put it together, man, he's a difference maker for Austria potentially. Here we go. Austria, Puerto Rico. Easy bucket for the Austrians to start things off. Matty Ice cruises in, and it is answered quickly by El Toro, Adriano Ocasio. Squad scoop, using those long arms to reach in there, known for his defensive prowess. Kaltenbrunner will start this possession for Austria. Definitely a foul there. Whistled on Allende. By the way, if you aren't unable to check out the live stream here on YouTube, make sure you check in with your local broadcast in Austria. That is ORF, where you can continue to see the 3x3 action. And in Puerto Rico, you can continue to see the action on WAPA TV. That's WAPA. Just so you know. Here's Lotto. Ralat over to Ocasio.
They need that out of Adriano Ocasio for sure. Look, my question for this Puerto Rico squad is always, who is going to be your tertiary scorer? You know what Kwasku's going to bring. He's going to get some buckets underneath. We know what Ralat can score. What can you get out of Adrian Ocasio and Leandro Allende? If you can get any consistent shooting on the outside, they are extremely dangerous.
Ocasio especially, he can completely change the attack of Team Puerto Rico. He's got all three of their points to this juncture in the game, as Burner runs into tough defense from Allende. Allende had him on lock, and Team Puerto Rico is feeling the energy. See the fall away attempt. Ocasio battling underneath. But I think ideally for Puerto Rico, Antonio Ralat is going to be their primary scorer. But if they can get 5 points out of Ocasio, 2 to 3 out of Kwasku, and a couple out of Allende, that's an ideal type of performance for them. There's Luku missing it badly off the side of the backboard. Over to the Austrians. Berna left that one very, very short. As Ralat now will attack, count that plus the foul. So Antonio Ralat starting to wake up here for Puerto Rico. Maybe riding some momentum after that runners-up finish at the Hungcheon Challenger. The stakes much higher here. As Ralat will step up to the line, that stroke is good. Too well short. DJ Last right on cue. He got the Bad Bunny booming through the speakers.
You know,
which team is he on here? Is he trying to hype up Puerto Rico right now?
He might get some Austrian music.
He better find an Austrian artist quickly. Kaltenbrunner letting it go. 2 ball will put Austria within 1. Oh, he's applying the pressure on the inside. Kwasku will have a chance to make it a 2-point play.
Look, Kwasku is I think key to this team. Maybe not so much on offense, although I think his rolls to the basket are very important, but I think his defense is going to be where they really need him. Look, he's a good rim protector. They play a drop coverage with him. Sometimes that works very well because they can put out a lot of pressure and run teams off of the 2-point line. Sometimes he kind of doesn't come up to the level of the screen, doesn't contest the first dribble and the first shot. That's when they're in trouble.
Both teams trading buckets. That was Tony Blazan. Connected from 2 range. Allende from mid-range. A little strong. Carlton Brunner.
An offensive foul.
Yeah, I think he was asking for it there because he had the defender out of position. Instead of just going and getting the layup, he forced the issue with his shoulder. You'll see on the replay, he's trying to find Kwasku.
Yep.
He's got a layup. So a little bit of a misstep there for Carlton Brunner trying to get an and one. That two from Ralat is a no-go. So Austria, your 5 seed. Puerto Rico, your 8 seed. Puerto Rico, your reigning America Cup champions. There's the MVP with the Wilson in hand. Oh, they're going to leave Lotto. Ooh, no money for him that time. 7-6. That time Blazon can't find the mark, but the Wilson finds its way back to him. Over to Matty Ice. Lenortner lost it inside. Blazon patient. Lets the defender fly by and gets the score as a result.
I like Blazon's game.
Big body, playing some great defense on Ralat here, and forces a 3 in the key.
Nah, the ball wasn't cleared.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought I saw 3 fingers up, but you're right. That's the call. Ball wasn't cleared, so it wouldn't have been a bucket either way. Time for immediate timeout. Looks like we're going to have a tight one here between these two teams. Austria squad that was certainly in the conversation when we talked about potential ticket earners and the favorites. We did a piece on Puerto Rico as well. We talked about the importance of having a more balanced attack outside of Ralat.
Yeah, and some consistency, again, both on offense and on defense. Can you keep doing the things that you're good at? Can you eliminate the mistakes?
7-7. Lenortner trying to break the tie. He should have went straight up with that. Instead, he drugged the pivot foot, gets whistled for the travel. Well, Lenortner certainly with the step. Oh, yeah. Drug the foot for sure. But that's credit to Kwasku. His presence at the rim makes you think twice about going up. That shot is on the way up, and a whistle beyond the two-point arc will put Lotto on the free throw line.
And that's foul number 5 on the Austrians already after 3.5 minutes of play. Pressure of the Puerto Ricans is a little bit too much for their defense right now.
So Nell got underneath Ralat, contact on that 2 attempt. And Ralat, only in his second year in 3x3, is one of the rising stars indeed.
Yes. Yes, that man can go off. And we need to start calling him Tesla because he is electric.
Yeah, Westinghouse electric. I'm gonna throw it back further. Oh, Carlton Brunner, bully ball. Comes up empty. Got a foul, White. 6th on Austria. Still 6:15 to play. Austria trailing by 2. Big game for both of these teams. Puerto Rico will have to face off with Hungary to close the day today. That should be a hostile environment for them.
Yeah, and Austria again taking on the team of Israel that we saw dominate in the first game they played. That should be a good one too.
We got a good one going on right here, right now in a 9-7 game. Make that 11-7 after that 2-ball goes down. Blazon, oh, put him in the blender. A beautiful spin move and elevates for the soft jump hook. Ralat coming around. Ocasio wants some water from deep. He will not connect. So now, precision pass to Matty Ice. There's a foul on the inside. So no look at Lenortner. The help defense coming from Ocasio. Lenortner. 1 on the way. Count it. Puerto Rico finding it hard to maintain this possession. They do throw it away, or no, they don't. Got lucky there as Kaltenbrunner did get the steal, but he stepped out of bounds at half-court line.
They got real lucky there because Kaltenbrunner took it, and the Northerner was wide open underneath the rim for an easy score.
So they got some gratuity there, and they will get the possession back. Boz is back on the move. I see you.
What's this?
I see you, Big
Memphis
B.
Bleak, right?
Yeah. Oh, what a pass. Great setup there from Huascu. El Precio to El Toro. Off the miss, Sonell's going to draw the whistle. Got a shove, apparently, from behind. (12-9) is Puerto Rico will get it reset. Allende to Ralat. Luku with a wild shot. Stays where it's at. Blazan Blau. 11-12. So Blazan has come out of hiding, and he's made a big impact for Austria as they continue to fight and climb back into this game, separated by just one right now. 12-11. Lenortner from the left elbow, setting up Blazan. The stop go, spin move. Blazan doing some body work on the inside. Can they do anything with him, Boz?
I told you, I like his game. He's got a little post up to him. He's got the shot from the outside to fall as well. Look, a nice addition to the squad here for Austria.
Oh, there's a collision up top, and Ralat will get, I believe he'll get whistled. That'll be the fourth on Puerto Rico. 12-12 game. It's a sprint to 9.
Ooh, it's a big collision there.
That's just two guys going after it. Unfortunately, somebody's going to get the whistle against them. Blazan with a misfire that time. Ocasio will turn the corner. Ocasio to Ralat. Back to Ocasio. Ocasio tracks down the pass. Makes it 13-12. Ocasio looking like an NFL tight end, over the shoulder. Soft hands. 13-12 is the result. Blazan starting to operate. Wait a minute. Offensive foul. You heard the whistle before the shot, so Lenortner's 2 that would have been good is no good. It is the 7th foul on Austria. No free throws because it's an offensive foul, but it will get the possession back over to the Boricuas.
I love how ref Marcos Michelita is so excessive with, well, not excessive, but he's very obvious with his gesture, so you know exactly what happened out there. It's great. It helps.
Allende late in the shot clock. Got to get out there on Kaltenbrunner. He does. Sonell moving left. He puts it up top for Matty Ice. Nice alley-oop connection. 13-13. 3:30 left in this contest. Ocasio to Ralat. Ralat gets some space. No bueno.
It's clearly visible that Team Austria has game planned for Antonio Ralat. They are not giving him any space. None whatsoever.
And I would argue, yeah, they're not giving him any space, but that was a
look. It was a good look, but he got free. It was a semi-contested shot. Like normally, with his speed and the movement that the Puerto Ricans have, he gets less contested looks at the basket. Let's just say that.
Yes.
He hasn't gotten a uncontested look whatsoever. None.
Indeed. Indubitably.
Oh, all right.
You never heard of that word?
Bringing out the big words.
Got to get in your thesaurus, Boss.
Yeah, you're right.
You're talking to a linguist over here. 13-13 game. Blazan sees Ralat in front of him. Ralat, no argument on that foul call. That's now 6 on Puerto Rico. So up steps Tony Blazan, again 32 years old. He's got 8 international caps. Haven't seen a lot of them. We've certainly seen a lot of them in this game, though.
Yeah, look, again, a good player. He was on the Europe Cup team in 2019. Hadn't played much since, but a very capable scorer. He's the tallest guy on the team. And he has a low center of gravity, so he can spin quickly. He's pretty fast on his feet. I like what he brings. Again, he led that Europe Cup 2019 team in scoring. And I think they made it to the quarterfinals.
Well, you know, I covered that tournament, but I can't remember.
Yeah, they came in 6th.
I can't remember exactly.
It was him, Lee Nortner, I think Kramer, and Lenegger.
14-14. I don't even know what to do with you right now.
That's a name.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing.
Come on. Can't put me on the spot like that.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. All right? I'm paying attention to this one-point game. We got to work on your pronunciations, though. That's what we got to do. We got to.
All right. Back to it.
Ocasio falling away. The man is in fuego. Another 2-ball from Ocasio. He's done his job. Loose ball. Who touched it last? I think Austria. But look at Adrian Ocasio. AC. The man is come.
Oh, I like that. Oh.
3-point lead for Puerto Rico. Get it to Ocasio. Maybe not the best shot that time.
Well, shot clock pressure, so yeah.
That can be excused. But what a game for Adrian Ocasio. He is not messing around. See, DeMeo recognized exactly what yeah. Thank you, Dimes.
Yeah.
Ocasio moving left. He will misdribble it out of bounds and turn it back over to the Austrians. Dropped off to Blazon. Blazon. Downhill attack, but I think he shuffled his feet. I know he did, as official Marashevsky gives us the signal, which will give the Wilson back over to Puerto Rico. You can see, yep, just that extra little shuffle of the pivot foot. 2:27 left. Can Puerto Rico add to the lead? Well, they got the rock in the right man's hands. See what I mean? Lotto delivering. Bucket plus the foul. Antonio Ralat getting the step on Kaltenbrunner. He will now shoot 2 free throws, so an and 2 opportunity. With mom, dad, and his bro looking on.
They travel a lot with him, huh?
They've been everywhere. Caught up with him in Utsunomiya.
Yeah, I know. I was there. They can be proud, though, because I think this version of Puerto Rico and on the pro circuit, San Juan, really had a coming out party last year, right?
Yep.
They stepped onto the scene, a new look, and made it difficult in a lot of teams. But I think they've matured to the point where, again, they're expected to win games now instead of playing as an underdog. Not just in the America Cup. I'm talking about the pro circuit, tournaments like this, right?
Right, yeah.
So, and I'm liking what I'm seeing so far in 2024. I just have to say. I mean, a mixed bag as far as results, but I like the maturity steps that they've managed to take. I think they're you know, and they might be next up as far as like up and coming squads that can make it into the upper echelon of teams that we have, right? Absolutely.
Let's not forget that Puerto Rico, they won the inaugural World Tour title back in 2012. They've been a relevant country and team in 3x3 for a time. They did have a spell there where they weren't competing with the best, obviously, European teams, but now they're back. And they've answered some questions. We thought maybe playing in that challenger ahead of this tournament might affect the way they play. They might, you know, be a little fatigued. And they've answered the call.
They have answered the call, and I think what I'm kind of alluding to is the fact that not just have they answered the call, they've gotten to the point now where before a tournament, you have to speak about them as maybe one of those teams. In the past, that was only the case at the America.
Yep.
And maybe at certain challengers. Now, when they play in a challenger, a world tour, a national team event like this one, you have to have a discussion about them being there and what they can do in a tournament. That's how good they've got.
Well, they got to get one more point to put Austria to bed. 6-point lead with 2 minutes to go, so time is not on Austria's side. That would have been a big make. But shoulda, coulda, wouldas don't matter. As Austria have had a tough time staying out of foul trouble and keeping up with the scoring pace of Puerto Rico. Lado down to El Toro, to Kowalski. He will finish and delivers the knockout punch to not only Austria, but to the shot clock too. Bo, they don't deserve that treatment. He hit it with a 4-punch combo.
Yes, he did.
Chill, bro. Nice opening win. Punch out indeed.
Yeah.
He got to work on his leverage. Get an uppercut in there somewhere, too. It can't just be all jabs and straights.
Yeah.
21-14. Puerto Rico. I like the energy, though, Boz. I really do. I really do.
You're right. Look, I think Puerto Rico showed out in this game. I think what worked was their screening action. They got a bunch of outside shots to go. And again, we said before the game, who can be the treachery scoring option after you know what Rolat does, you know what Kwasku does. And I think Adrian Ocasio answered the call. Would y'all take a look at these highlights? We're not done yet for today. We got a small break coming up, though, Kyle.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we do. See, next game's on deck at 8:20. We'll be on a little bit earlier than that for the introductions.
All right, so we
got a couple minutes.
We got a couple minutes. All right.
I'm running to the bathroom, I'll tell you that.
All right, I'm not going to stop you. We'll be back in about, I'd say, 7 minutes. But you're right. I think this was the most balanced game that we've seen for the Puerto Ricans up to this point. Everybody went to work. Kwasku, Rolat. How good was Adrian Ocasio in this contest as well? This version of Puerto Rico can do some damage out here in Debrecen. Again, we'll see them again to close the day, but in the meantime, we're going to step aside. A brief break before we get back to the action. Mongolia and Egypt's women are on deck. Pool C, ladies action coming your way in 10 minutes from Kossuth Square.
Egyptian fan, I think. Yeah. Hello, girls. With the white cap. Yes, it's you. It's your turn. Yes. Perfect. Oh, Russia. Nice move, Ayo. Perfect. Very nice move. Safety time. It's not a dance time, it's a safety time. Hello. You have to dance. I'm so sorry that you have to dance. Oh, perfect. Perfect. We check. Okay. Oh, yes, perfect. I love this move. This is pretty competitive here. Crowd, you can see the double fans. Don't be shy, you can yes. Yes, it's your turn. Oh, the robot dance. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Back in the competition in a couple of seconds. Mongolia, Egypt. And we already know that we have some Mongolian fans and some Egyptian fans in the stand. Do we have some Mongolian fans? Okay, just to be sure. Do we have some Egyptian fans? One more time. Mongolian fans? Egyptian fans? Mongolian? Egyptian? BTS? Your fan is here. BTS. Your fan is here. Mongolia, Egypt, in a couple of minutes, a staying alive game. Because for the moment, no victory for Mongolia, no victory for Egypt. So,
Let's get down, baby. Give you one more night, captive. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down, baby. Mama, he's on fire. Mama, heart's beat. Friends keep telling me to leave. Let's get down, baby. Let's get down, baby.
Mongolia, Egypt, Mongolia. Are you ready for the game? We are so sorry with my friend Shoma and with Gijalas. We are too old, we can't hear you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, let's try first time. Your turn. Guys, are you ready? Clap your hands on the beat. Come on, we'll be
All right, you heard Vincent Royer. What did he say? He said, clap your hands on the beat. You better start clapping. You better get your energy up at home. That's right. We are heading into our final 4 games of the day. Day 2 of pool play. The ball is back in the ladies' court. Mongolia and Egypt. Well, Egypt fell short against Japan. Mongolia doing the same against Spain. One of these two teams is going to get a much-needed win to close the day. Boz, who do you think is going to be?
That's going to depend on who can bring the most consistent offense, right? And I think Egypt, they have the size to score underneath the basket. Now, Mongolia, I think that if they can get their shooters going, they have an opportunity. I have no clear favorite in this one. Let me get that out of the way. Sure. I don't know who can bring the most consistent offense against the defense they are facing. So I'm going to leave it out there. I don't know. All right. Whoever can hit the shots that they are good at. I'm not saying Egypt should start taking twos all of a sudden. They need to get post-ups. They need to get consistent looks at the basket from close range. Mongolia, again, they need Badardin to hit some shots from the outside. They need Kulan to hit some shots from the outside. I think they'll have some more space to do just that. We'll see.
Maz, it's hard to blame you. I could not make a pick in a game like this either because, you know, the styles are contrasting, and I think it's a toss-up. I think if Mongolia are able to get the shots going, I think that gives them an edge. Obviously, that's a big question mark for them. And obviously, the inside dominance that Egypt can display with Raneem leading the way, I mean, that could be a game-winning formula as well. So we find out. That's why we 10-minute sprint to the finish.
Yeah, and it wasn't just Raneem on the inside. It was Hagar Amer as well with 6 points and 10 rebounds in their game against Japan. So look, them two, they're going to be scoring underneath the basket. And again, we'll see if Mongolia can do better than 2 for 18 from the two-point line.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That's not going to cut it.
You have to throw that stat out there?
Well, you know.
Oh, no, it's relevant. You're right. That won't get it done typically. If they aren't falling, you got to find a different strategy. But I think that plays in the favor of Egypt if you eliminate that two ball from Mongolia. So one of two remaining women's contests on the day. And two teams, again, in desperate need of a win just to stay alive in hopes to get into the quarterfinals. Shout out to DJ Lass again. He's controlling the soundtrack here inside the arena. And MC Vincent Royer manning the mic down on the court. If y'all know either one of them, tell them we're showing some love on the broadcast. The entire 3x3 team putting in work out here. Shout out to our managing director as well, Alex Sanchez, who came by and paid us a visit to the broadcast booth.
Yes, he did.
Always good to see Alex Sanchez here at this final OQT. Yeah, buddy.
Is Egypt playing with 3?
It appears so.
Yeah, it's looking like Hagar Amer is not here.
And well, we obviously have not gotten.
No, she's on the bench, but she didn't warm up.
Obviously, she's got a warm-up jersey on. That's why we didn't see her. But curious to see what that's about. Will she play or not?
This is a must-win game for Egypt if they want to stay in a race in this pool. I think she was just chilling before the game. She took her warm-up jersey off.
She was playing possum.
Yeah, mentally warming up.
She used a trick that some of the teams use when they don't give us the full rosters before before the tournament. Anyway, we're going to find out who gets a win here between two teams that came up empty in their first tries. The first 2 try is off the mark. Bulbul Murat couldn't find the target. Mongolia will get it back, though, thanks to some stout defense. The steal does not lead to a bucket as Kulan cannot find the stroke from the deep end. Here we are late into the evening. For Egypt, it was a 14-19 loss to Japan. They start off with the lead, but not for long. The 2 is answered with a 2. Off the miss, recovered and scored. So Raneem will get it to go. And you hear the Mongolian fans loud and proud at the start. Raneem with the 2 ball. And I guess 1-2 deserves another. So the shooting from Bullard Setseg, Sinjav, and Bulbul Murat as the new adds. They can certainly add some firepower for the Mongolians. The Olympian, Kulan Anobatar, denied. Patient defense. Kulan with the step, mishandled it. That is all ball. Raneem, stout defense for the Egyptians. Each gender's competition with 16 teams, by the way, and only 3 Olympic tickets. It'll be a fight to the finish over 4 days of drama. That one a little long. Got a whistle, though, on the rebound attempt. Stays where it's at, 3-2. You heard him. Clap, boss.
Okay, sorry.
Clap, clap. There you go. On beat, though.
Oh, come on.
Come on, boss.
Somebody teach me.
The beat?
Well, rhythm.
He said, clap your hands on the beat.
I couldn't hear the beat.
3-2 contest. Ooh, no look. Entry pass. Ooh, broken up. It's back in Egypt's hands. Kind of a pointless foul there. So that was Aryan Setseg. That's really one of my pet peeves, Boz. I don't like to see kind of silly fouls when the opposition is clearing the ball. You just don't need them.
No, I know.
And they end up hurting you in the end. Anyway, she can make up for it. It's Badardine. No stroke that time. Loft on the inside. That no bucket, but a foul. So Radine and company will defend now. Travel call. So the miscues factoring in early.
Have we seen Hagar Amer on the court yet? I don't think so. So I think Egypt now they're playing with 3. Maybe she can spot sub at times. I'm not sure what is up, but
that one toilet bowls in, but you're right. Haven't seen her yet. I wonder what kind of, it's got to be some type of injury. Oh, reverse, no rear view needed. A beautiful finish from Habiba Hatem. So Egypt with an early 5-3 advantage. Habiba, double crossover, spin move. Oh my goodness. She was in her bag. Beautiful move. So take a look at Habiba. Shook him like Shakira. The hips don't lie, but it's under the night. And that's there.
yeah, you got the Shakira?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know the words.
No, me neither.
Double espresso.
Oh. You give me one too?
I just got a quick coffee order in for both of us. Of course I did. I got you a quadruple espresso.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that's needed.
Cool it. So Kulan does see a 2 go down. Good sign for Mongolia as they pull within 1.
And look, that is where they need to shine, right? Against the length of Team Egypt, they're not going to find much underneath the basket. Now, they should recognize right now that Egypt's playing with 3. So they should use a lot of movement. They should get them tired. They should run them as much as they can and then get some shots up. Not sure if they're doing that, but this will help for sure. Get a look from Kulan and Olatar to drop from the outside.
You know what I love? Kulan always has just the greatest mentality. Always positive. Even when the team is, going through some tough stretches, she's a quintessential leader. And I just have to say that. Even when she's not playing at her best, she normally plays well.
Yeah.
But always encouragement, always positivity coming from her. I think that helps her team. They're down by 1, and it'll stay that way after the miss. Down low, they go. Raneem, drop step game. There's a foul on the shot attempt. Kulan is whistled. The third on Mongolia. Again, Raneem Mohammed with that size advantage, standing 185. Steps up to the line and it will go down. No Hagar Amer in this game to this point. Raneem with the thievery. Swings it over. Habiba. The dime delivery. Count it plus the foul. Malat Sadek is able to get it to go through the contact. And Egypt take a 3-point lead, maybe a 4-point lead, pending the free throw attempt. But nice awareness to set up that shot with the foul. Counted at the line. Egypt's got a nice fan contingent out here too. We saw it with the men's team yesterday.
Yes, we did.
That two goes begging. Back in Egypt's possession. Oh, quick move to the left, broken up. Tough defense from the Egyptians. And now the Mongolians. Kulan and Obatar missed everything. Mongolia will reset their possession, but not much time. 0.9 and travel call before that shot even has a chance to go up. That's how we do it. Where you from? Wait, you know the words of this one, boss?
I really don't.
Of course you do. I'm not going to say this. I just want you to read this message. I'm going to make mention of that later.
Oh, come on.
5:28
Q
left.
Diggs trying to take a dig
Q
at me?
Diggs. I don't think Q is watching right now. I'll wait till Austria get back on the court.
Man.
That is going to be funny. Serious business in this one. She's a contortionist, apparently. Nice finish at the rim from Kulan. Only to be answered by Raneem Mohammed. Travel. As Mongolia give it back over. (10-6). Long ball. Oh, I thought that was good. That rainbow goes back. Friday night.
You're supposed to say goes begging like trading places.
Like who?
Trading places. You don't remember that Eddie Murphy movie?
No.
Where he's a beggar and then he trades places with a rich fella?
No, I'm sorry, Bob. I hate it when you give me a bar and I don't know that one. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's
now,
all right.
if you would have said begging like an R&B singer, then I would have.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that as well. Look, you go check out that old Eddie Murphy stuff.
All right. I should know that one. I'm sorry.
You should. But it is what it is.
Thought you were a step ahead of me there. Sometimes that happens, man. It just means that you're more cultured than I am.
I just watched a lot of movies when I was a kid. That's all I'll say.
I was in the streets. Now I'm going from the streets to the Olympics.
Okay. I like that.
10-7. Yeah, we are definitely off the rails at this point in the day, y'all.
Yeah.
So just forgive us. You know, what are we, 13 games in?
I think so.
Let me shout out Alex Turan. She's been watching the action since earlier today. And she's enjoying our music discussions as well as the commentary.
The Harry Potter references, huh?
Harry Potter and music references for the win. Thank you. Got a 11-7 contest. Egypt looking for more. Foul on the play. Mongolia with a 6th foul. And again, for Mongolia, they've seen 3x3 become the most popular sport in the country. We know how much they invest their time and energy into becoming the best they can be in this sport. The men's team certainly with something to be proud about with their effort today. And the women's team is they've just been flat, to be honest, Boz. This game's not over, but they trail by 5 here.
Yeah, and look, they might have expended a lot of energy in their first game of the day. Now they have to compete again with the size of Team Egypt, and it's not going so well.
Well, they still got to find an identity. They got to find some go-to offense. As I say that, they go to Hajdú-Bihar. She's able to get the score, but I just think it's too frantic. I just think that each and every game, they don't have a consistent go-to play, consistent go-to option. It's always, you know, a variable, so to speak. So they got to eliminate that question mark, find their identity, find some consistency, and I think that we're going to see better games out of Mongolia. Right here, they aren't out of it.
No, they're not, but I think you have to start checking out during the game against this Team Egypt that you know a lot about, what their actions are coming off of a ball screen. That is the most basic play in 3x3. What do? Do they go over and play a drop? Do they switch or not? And then during the game, you have to make adjustments to attack whatever style of defense you see. We haven't seen that from this Team Mongolia.
Not to this point. 3:40 to go. Time not exactly on their side, but they are within 4 points, and that is well within reach. But Egypt's attack has certainly been more dependable. And they run out of time here. But when you look at Egypt, what they do have is at least a player that can wreak havoc off the dribble. When you look at Habiba Hatem, her abilities to drive, I think it opens up the floor. You do know you have a consistent option in Raneem Mohammed on the inside, right? And Malik Sadek, although pretty new at 20 years old, she's had an impact as well, but at least you have a little bit more of an identity of what they do and what their strengths are. In any case, Kulan will step up and knock down the technical free throw. Here's Kulan and Obatar, proving that girls is players too. She knocks down the 2, and it's a 1-point game.
Look, they needed to get some outside shots going.
Well, I think somehow they've channeled into the broadcast. Kulan, she'll miss it. Rebound inside. Batterdine, no good. It's cleared. And Egypt continue to feed it inside. Raneem Mohammed connects. This 2 would even things up, but Batterdine has not been able to find her stroke to this point, but still well within reach for Mongolia. If they can find a way to pull out a win here. Here's another look at Kulan letting loose from long range. Kulan, this time from the left wing, count those. Tuba.
Wow.
So Kulan is heating up.
She's on fire like she's trying to warn Gondor.
Who's Gondor?
Come on, Lord of the Rings, you don't know this?
I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
You know what? You Lord of the Rings fans out there will appreciate that bar from Bars Rosendahl. Me, I'm old. Look,
You haven't seen Lord of the Rings?
I saw Harry Potter.
No.
You would expect me to see Lord of the Rings too?
No, you're off. You cannot not have seen Lord of the Rings. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hey, Boss just muted me. I'm the voice of 3x3. You just muted me.
Yes, I did. There's no way you have not seen the Lord of the Rings. Please, if you go home, and this is homework, please watch.
Man, I saw only so many gnomes and magical figures in films that I can deal with at a time.
This is just a marathon. You got to get through that one. I mean, I don't care if you don't like it.
Y'all tell me at home, is Lord of the Rings worth a watch? I'm not going to take Boz's word for it. Y'all hit me up at 3x3 The Voice. Should I watch Lord of the Rings? How many movies do they have, by the way? If it's more than 4, I don't want to.
No, look, the main Lord of the Rings movies are 3 movies. That's all you need to watch. Don't go into The Hobbit and all that stuff. I mean, you can if you want to, if you like it, but watch the main movies. It's about a small man taking a ring all the way to Mordor. I mean, whatever, man. Go watch.
14. Wait. Boss, I've been so locked into you talking about the Lord of the Rings. There's apparently another technical free throw.
Yes.
For Mongolia, Kulan knocked it down. I'm going to guess that it was maybe delay of game, technicals.
Yeah, we're talking again.
I apologize. We were having a little bit too much fun at that juncture in the broadcast. We're back on the job. We're back on the job. Don't look now, but Mongolia, who we talked about the struggles that they were having, they've overcome them at the moment. They've rolled the heat weight of Kulan and Obatar. She will not find the bottom of the bucket that time. But Mongolia find themselves in front by 1.
Look, they stormed back into this game on the back of Kulan and Obatar, heating up from both outside of the arc, but also free throws inside of the arc game as well. This is what they needed. They need a consistent scoring option. If you can't get it out of your plays, why not just give the ball to your best player?
When all else fails, not a bad option when you got a player that has the talent that Kulan and Obatar has for Mongolia. Up fake. Kulan gives it up this time. Is she going to get some assistance? Well, not on this play. Offensive foul, gives it back over to Egypt. But I think a split today for Mongolia is obviously a win for either of these teams.
Yes.
But tomorrow's the last day of pool play. So teams are going to be fighting, scratching, and clawing to get a win in their final contest. No. Rebound stays with Mongolia, though. Kulan with 1:40 to go. Kulan tastes the rainbow. It is sweet. 17-14 Mongolia. No answer from deep from Ranim. Foul. Is that a foul on Egypt? It is.
It's foul number 5, though.
Okay.
But it is a foul. But Kulan and Obatar,
she got that Steph Curry release.
man, that was all the way from the land with the big blue sky.
She got more range than a nomad. Oh, yeah, I got some bars still too, boss.
Yeah, I like that.
Imagine how much range a nomad has.
Oh, yeah. It's
They're rangeless.
Limitless, yeah. Unless they run into a sea, but, you know.
I'm taking it to the next level. That's true. 17-15. Here we go. Here we go. 60 seconds left. There it went. Into Egypt's hands. Habiba. Out to Ranim. Mohammed. No.
Egypt gone away from the things that they did well, scoring close to the basket. They must be tired because, again, they're playing with 3. And they've gone away from scoring close to the hoop. I don't get it.
Yeah, bunch of desperation heaves. Out of bounds. I believe it's out of bounds on Mongolia.
It'll be challenged,
They want to challenge it. An official simple. We'll head over to the scores table and take a closer look at this. But obviously, under a minute to play, every possession is imperative. Possessions are at a premium in a sprint to 21 points. It's actually turned out to be a pretty exciting game down the stretch. Looked like Mongolia was in trouble at the start. We're talking about all the things that they were doing wrong and what they needed to fix.
Well, they fixed it.
Well, they fixed it by giving the ball to Kulan and Obatar. She single-handedly showed up to save the day.
She really brought out that Tim Allen energy, huh?
There you go.
Home improvement.
Home improvement, yeah. I did see that. I didn't know. But Tim Allen was in a lot of stuff. He was in the Santa Claus.
Yeah, he was.
So I was just waiting to see where you were going to go with that reference. But I'm like, all right.
Oh, wait, they fixed things.
They did. Oh, man, I might start taking notes from you, boss.
It's okay. Sometimes I get into, challenges 1.
Okay, so it's going to be Mongolia ball.
Yes, it is, and we're under a minute. They're up. And this is a must-win game, I think, for both teams in this pool. So,
yeah, 0-2 in this pool is pretty much pretty much
close to being done. Yes.
41 seconds left. Big possession here from Mongolia. Kulan swings it. Oh, stolen away. Great defense there from Ranim. Habiba inside. That pass is out of reach. And Mohammed is frustrated. As you can see, she wanted that ball high. She didn't want an entry pass as a bounce pass.
Yeah, and it was just out of her reach, too.
You know, I'm not mad at the bounce pass attempt, though, Bobs, because a loft pass into two defenders.
No, but I'll tell you what you need to do, though. You need to throw the ball at Ranim's body there. As a post-up player, you want that ball in between your knees so you can turn both ways.
No question the pass was off target, but I might have opted for a bounce pass there, too. In any case. Oh! Novatar nearly hit it. That one way off target. Out of bounds. Uh-oh, the Mongolian fans are alive. They're on their feet here at Kochut Square. With 9.7 seconds left, can Mongolia hold on? They got possession, and for some reason, Egypt aren't fouling.
Oh, they
get a steal, though, and they'll get one more attempt. Mohammed! No! 17-15. Mongolia dig deep. And they find their way into the winner's circle as Egypt will fall to 0-2. In a must-win situation, Mongolia finds a way to get it done. They can thank Kulan and Obatar.
I was going to say credit to Kulan and Obatar. Team defense, though. I mean, they got Egypt away from all of the actions that were working earlier on in the game. They got them away from the basket. Egypt played with 3 and couldn't get it done down the stretch, but Kulan and Obatar was shining bright in this one.
Well, she certainly took over for a stretch. She was the only answer for Mongolia. Credit the defensive effort from our teammates, but the offense was, the lion's share was done again by Kulan and Obatar, the lone Olympian, rocking number 13. She rocks it from the burbs there, and this time she gets between the teeth of the defense. Nice picture there you got, Boz. Is that yours or somebody else took that?
No, that's mine. I just took that.
Excellent, excellent. Post that on the ground instead of that bogus picture you put of me up.
Y'all check both those out, please.
But another look at the highlights in a shooting display from Kulan and Obatar. One more ladies game remaining. It goes down between Spain and Japan coming up next. Don't move.
Some Spanish fans, some Japanese fans in the grandstand. So
all right. Spain and Japan with some history. Different teams, different year, but it was the Japanese that stopped Spain from getting an Olympic ticket back in 2021 at the Graz OQTs. I know that Vega Jimeno has not forgotten about that.
She has not.
An absolute heartbreaker. Neither has Sandra Igueravide. The new adds to the roster, they might have watched it, but they didn't experience it. So some extra fire in the belly of the Spaniards as they head into this contest with revenge on their minds.
And look, those new additions were good in their first game. Rana Camilion, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 6 for 8 from inside the arc. That was a very efficient game for her. Gracia Alonso, not so many points, 3, but she had 7 rebounds leading the team in that category.
Man, sometimes points are more important rebounds are more important than points. It's the second chance opportunities that make all of the difference. This is our second chance to see both of these teams, both squads victorious in their opening games. For Spain, it was a 21-7 beatdown they handed to Mongolia. For Japan, it was a 19-14 W over Egypt. An undefeated 2-0 record is what's at stake between these two teams. Japan all smiles and hugs as they head into this one. Konnichiwa, Japan. Hello again as they are back and ready for action with Kiho Miyashita, Miku Takahashi, Shizuka Takara, and Tamami Nakata represent Japan. For Spain, as you know, Gracia Alonso, Juana Camilion, Sandra Igueravide, and Vega Jimeno.
Look, I was impressed in Japan's first game by Miku Takahashi. She had me saying "sugoi."
Sugoi.
You know what that means?
No.
That means, I think it means amazing. Great. She had 7 points. 6 of those came out of 3 shots from beyond the arc.
Yeah.
She was 3 of 5. Didn't have any other stats to kind of write home about, but the 7 points were very important for this team Japan to get that victory. And look, they need that consistent scoring because the other 3 ladies have shown that they can play the defense. But they miss a star player. Jua Imura went down with a knee injury in the last OQT. And Miku Takahashi, I mean, I don't think she can fill all of that.
Yeah.
But as long as they can bring the scoring, their team doesn't have to change as far as the style they play.
I'm glad you mentioned Yua Imura, who went down in that Utsunomiya UOQT just a couple of weeks ago with a knee injury. And, you know, she was one of the stars that we were looking forward to seeing throughout this Olympic qualifier run. And obviously we won't see her here. Wishing her the best of luck in her recovery for certain. I'm sure she's watching from back home and cheering her Japanese team on. But they are going up against some absolute titans in Team Spain, who have the motivation for certain to bring their best effort and again try to exact some revenge on Japan, who stole their hopes of the Olympics back in 2021. This one is on and popping. Last Pool C game of the day. Spain, Japan in your face. Kyle Montgomery, Boz Rosendahl in your ear. Inside score is the way that Japan will start things off. Takahashi doing the honors. A quick response from Spain as they can score on the drive as well. That lay finished on the interior from Juana Camilion. Actually, that was Alonso.
Yes, it was.
So I got my 4s and 2s mixed up.
That's all right.
Thank you.
You know what I'm getting for tomorrow?
What?
A blanket.
Oh, you cold?
I'm a little cold.
I got you. I'm nice and warm thanks to Briggy bringing me some sweats. Oh, that counts plus the foul. That counts plus the foul. The early catalyst for Japan, who has a chance to score their first 3 points, is Miku Takahashi. Upcoming free throw. Takahashi releases. That finds the bottom of the net. Oh, counted plus the foul. So we're seeing each team have one player that steps up big for them early. It is Gracia Alonso here for Spain. And she got a chance to be responsible for España's first 3 points. Free throws, good money. So it's been all number 44 and all number 7 through the first minute. Oh, she's continuing. She's continuing. She's got the crock pot out cooking like a mug. It's Takahashi.
All right, the crock pot, I like it. Didn't see that one coming for sure. Another food reference, though.
Those are endless throughout the day for me and you. There's a whistle, though. You get a Vide trying to get some space. You know, I can't wait until the day we have a 3x3 Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Sandra Igedavide and Vega Jimeno will have a spot. I'm pretty certain. Nice drive there, Humbox.
Yes.
And this time it's Takada getting in on the action. It's been Takahashi so far. Now Vega lighting it up like Vegas. She connects from 2 range. We're all even at 5 apiece. Swung over, right wing, right back. Good defense here from Spain to break that up. Otherwise, that was going to be another easy layup. Look at Vega Jimeno. The focus in our eyes, the release, the rotation. The round thing goes in the round thing. 5-5. We got ourselves a game. Now it's Sandra Igedavide. Not that time. We don't see Japan playing the post too often, right?
No, but I think Miyashida's shown that she can if she wants to, depending on the matchup for sure.
Jimeno takes the feed, got position on the inside. Count that. Muscles one up and in. Nakata will get it cleared for Japan. Definitely a foul there. That will draw a whistle in the baseline. Another look at Jimeno. Getting the position over Nakata and getting the layup to go. Spain in front by just a step. Here 2.5 minutes in. Nakata, she had her lost and afraid. What a quick first step from Nakata. Alonso kicks it out. She wants it back. Good interior defense to poke that one away. So Takahashi holding her own. And a size mismatch for sure. 6'6". As España will reset. Late in the shot clock, Jimeno forced to heave it up. Nakata cross court. Right back, Nakata. Back iron. Rebound goes to the Spaniards. Trying to find Jimeno there. She's going to draw a whistle. Hard to keep Vega from getting the ball.
Interesting shift in position in the last year or so, I think, for Vega Jimeno. Again, in the past, she was a complementary player playing next to size. You remember when Media Villa was playing still?
Of course, Aitana.
Yes.
One of the most dominant players to ever play 3x3 in the women's competition.
Exactly, and in that case, playing with her, Vega was more of a slasher, a shooter, sometimes a creator. Now she is the biggest presence on the team. So she is more of a sealer now, still shooter, obviously, but more of a sealer underneath the basket as well.
I'll take you back to a guard that you won't. This is way back.
Let me get it. Paulo Palomares.
There you go.
There you go.
You stole the words right out of my mouth. She was a star guard for Spain before Igedavide came along.
Yes.
But that's way back in the day.
See, that's when I played, so I still remember this.
But it just speaks to the wealth of talent that Spain has. And over the years, they've managed to continue to find a way to be a power in 3x3. Japan, they don't care about the credentials of Spain as they have it tied here 6-6. Neither team with an advantage at this point. Nice ball movement here from España leads to the Alonso. Easy bucket on the inside, and Alonso's been getting to work for España here through the first 3.5 minutes of play. The pocket pass is broken up, but not without a foul as Igedavide gets whistled. Fourth foul on Spain. And again, the last women's action we will see today Swung right. Drive left. They reroute. Good look from long range. That's a 2-for-1 discount. So Miyashita finds her stroke. Vega trying to answer. No. Offensive rebound. Alonso. Vega will get another try, this time from the left wing. Payet.
I don't get how Japan is not contesting 2 shots in a row by Veja Jimeno. Look, she's a good shooter. She's proven that over years and years at 3x3, and Miyashita just kind of not going out there, putting a hand up, but not close enough.
Close but no cigar. Nakata will hand it off. Nakata wide open on the wing, and Jimeno gets called for the foul there. I find it tough to keep up with this Japanese speed again.
I think stylistically, Japan is just so different from all the other teams that it is very hard to keep up with them. They use a lot of speed, but I think they can also, because they're shorter, they can use a lot of physicality on defense, and they get, well, I don't want to say they get away with things, but it is hard to play against them.
Well, that was a physical defensive play, but better offense. And that being shown by Chameleon. Chameleon has blended into this Spain team pretty well, I'd say. One-point lead for Spain. Nearly at the midway point. Nakata decides to take a different route. They're running low on time, though. They do get a shot up. It's no good. Rebound goes to Spain. Chameleon over to Jimeno. Oh, Vega is down. Maybe a shot to the abdomen there. She's in some pain. We've seen her play through a bunch of different injuries over the years. Jimeno is up. She will get subbed out for the moment and have a chance to recover. One team will suffer their first loss at the end of this one. Fast drive, comes up empty. Vide clears it herself. Up top, ball swung right. Vide coming around the corner, and she makes her way to the crib. So there's that off-the-ball movement paying off for España. Turned into their seasoned veteran Vide to get that bucket. Come Japan. Vide with the pesky defense. And good rim protection too. So Japan have been getting to the rim. They have not been converting so much on their layup attempts. Vide is going to drop it off. What a pass. Nice setup. Alonso continues her scoring spree. Oh, see, there's another missed layup attempt from Japan. Oh, it doesn't cost them 2 that time. They're lucky that Vide didn't have the stroke that time. They will pick up a foul, though, which is going to be the 4th now on Japan.
Just a great pass. Threads the needle on that one.
Patient offense here from Spain. Japan have been racking up the fouls over the last several possessions. That is now their 5th. Both teams with 5 fouls. Jimeno eyes the drive. Spain will get reset now. Now Jimeno, instead of driving, she will shoot. And that is nothing but you know what. 14-9, Spain. Japan want to try one from deep. That one no good. Ticky-tack foul there, Boz. That's one you don't need if you're Japan. Another foul. And I think on 3 consecutive possessions, we've seen fouls against Japan.
Look, I think this is all due to how good of a player and how much of a veteran Veja Jimeno is. She felt that contact, showed it a little bit, a call from the referee as a result. And I think, again, Spain has been in the game for so long, and it's showing. Take a look at the score charts underneath the screen here in the bottom part. The last stretch of the game has been fully dominated by the Spaniards.
Now they smell blood in the water, and their veterans are stepping up big. Veja Jimeno, she's been cooking in this contest. Of course, Alonso, she provided the early spark for Spain. Higuera-Vide's been relatively quiet, but that's because everybody else is doing the damage. Speaking of Higuera-Vide, she does get that one to go. Fast step by her, gets beat on the drive that time. So Japan are showing some life with the Takada layup. 5-point lead, Higuera-Vide. Don't turn your back on me. Turnaround score, 16-10. Make that 17-10. It's a layup line for España. They look to be closing in on a win with 3:13 left. All they need is 4 points, and no signs that the Japanese defense can slow down Spain's attack. By the way, we appreciate y'all for watching, wherever you may be watching from. Much love to you. Give me a follow if you want, at 3x3 The Voice. Give Baz a follow too, at BAZZ50. But do me a favor, before you do any of that, follow our official social media accounts, at FIBA 3x3 and at FIBA 3x3W. Oh, that's easy money. So Spain take advantage of a steal. Defense leads to offense, but wait a second. Japan won't go away quietly. Takada's 2. Makes it a 6-point game, but Japan will pick up another foul. That's their 7th. So this was good. The foul, not so good. So Japan a little bit too handsy in this competition, and they find themselves with their backs against the wall here, looking at a significant deficit that could get bigger at the free throw line. And if they don't change things quickly, they will be wrapping up day 1 of their play, at least, at 1-1. So here comes Jimeno. 2 free throws in front of her. First, easy. Second one, same result. Point game, Spain. Off the air ball. España with possession. They're hoping it's the last possession. To Alonso. Adios. Spain get out of here with another win. 2-0. First the win over Mongolia, and then they handled Japan fairly easily. How good was Alonso in this contest? She got the scoring started. I guess only right for her to finish things off as well. So Spain will head back to the hotel encouraged with a commanding win. Always good to wrap up your first 2 games with 2 wins. They are in good position to be heading to the quarterfinals with 1 more game remaining on their schedule tomorrow. They get the W as we get it down courtside. Baz Rosendahl standing by with Sandra Higuera-Vide. Baz, it's on you.
All right, Sandra, congratulations on that second victory out here today on the court here. Now, I know this Japan team stylistically plays a different style of 3x3. How did you manage to beat them?
Well, we knew they were a really speedy team, which it was harder for us, but I think we controlled pretty good the one-on-ones, that it was important. And I think we made the shots that we should made, and that's a big step.
Hey, look, I know how much
Wow. Sorry, it sounds a little bit off. I know how much it means to you to be out here in Debrecen competing for an Olympic ticket. Can you talk us through what you did to prepare to be able to shine here?
Well, we've been waiting for this for 3 years now because we had a hard time last time. So it was really important, first of all, to be here, be competitive, especially in the first day, because we know how important that is, and just keep dreaming that we can make our dreams come true.
All right, well, so far so good. 2 wins on day 1. Congratulations. Back to you, Kyle.
All righty. So Sandra Igedavide and company, 2-0. They handled a business here against Japan, and again, to get a little bit of revenge against the team that stopped them from going to the Olympics some 3 years ago. So the ladies are done for the day. It is up to the fellas to close the show. We got Israel and Austria coming your way, followed by Hungary and Puerto Rico to wrap up day 2 of pool play here in Debrecen. 2 more 10-minute sprints. Stick around. I got a feeling we're going to have a couple of exciting games to finish the day. All right, so here's a look at women's Pool C. Spain leading the way. Japan and Mongolia with a win apiece. Egypt on the outside looking in, heading into the last day of pool play. As we turn it over to men's Pool B action, we got Israel and we got Austria. Austria coming off a 7-point loss to Puerto Rico. Israel coming off a 6-point win over Hungary. So the Israelis with a chance at a 2-0 record. A team that's serving notice to the rest of the competition. They will certainly do it in resounding fashion if they can get a W here against Austria. I think Austria considered one of the favorites, but we'll have a better feel for what exactly we're going to see from them in this next 10-minute sprint. So Gil Noyevich, Nathaniel Artzi, Omer Sadeh, and Tomer Cohen representing Team Israel. For Team Austria, they'll rock the red unis this time around. They'll come out with Tony Blazan, new add to the national team. Not a new face in 3x3, however. Fabio Sonel next out for the Austrians. He'll be joined by the burner, Nico Kaltenbrunner, and Matty Ice, Matthias Lenortner, your 5-seeded Austrians trying to rebound from a less than impressive offensive performance against Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Our 2 officials getting ready to be in place here. Marcos Michalides and Najib Chajidin.
You mean the fisherman?
Well, he reeled you in too.
Yeah, no, look, I got to give him credit. He played well.
Yes, he did. Hey, we'll see you later. Both of yous. Uh-huh.
You see? He threw it out.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that means war against Najib. Where you go? Oh, we're coming at you, Najib. Anyway, who you like in this game, boss? Israel, you like Austria? Who do you think has the advantage?
I mean, Austria has to bounce back here if they want to have any shot of making it to the Olympics. But Israel, they looked really, really good in their game against Hungary. I would consider Austria a little bit of a different level of competition. But if they go 7 for 13 from 2 again, they'll win this game.
They were better than 50% from 2?
Yes, they were.
How many did Ocasio hit?
Against the Austrians, Ocasio hit 2 of 5.
Okay. 7 points for Ocasio. Ralat still led the way with 9 points. Tony Blazon, who we've been talking about, he was the leading scorer for Austria in a loss. But they're going to need a whole lot more from Kaltenbrunner and Lenortner, who are both capable scores. A quick foul right at the outset of this one. Lenortner is down.
Yeah, and look, again, Austria's changed the lineup up a lot, right? Blazon bringing him in, I'm sure he's practiced with the squad, but replacing a guy that's been with the team on the Pro Tour for over a year now. Has he been on? Yeah, so Murati's been with the team for a while now.
Well, Murati joined the team last year at the Europe Cup.
So he's been there for, not over a year, but he's been there for at least 6 months.
Yeah.
So anyway, they replace him with Tony Blazon, who hasn't had a lot of reps with the team when it comes to tournaments. He might have practiced with them. I liked what Blazon was doing in the first game, but it was out of rhythm.
Yeah.
And they are a rhythm team. They play a certain way, slow, methodical, screening. Blazon didn't fully stay within that rhythm, and I think Sonel also stayed out of that rhythm.
Oh, Sonel didn't score a bucket, so, you know, not that they depend on him largely for his scoring, but it has to be a team effort, and you know, Austrians don't look like the team that we've grown accustomed to seeing. They did in the first game. We don't know what we'll see this time. I know that Q Diggs is watching this one, and he hit me up about you, boss. So shout out to Q. 2-1 contest. Very talented Israel team. They could be a shocker here in Debrecen for sure. They tie things up at 2 apiece. And so Austria have to be looking at this game like an elimination game, I think. We know how difficult it is to come out of an 0-2 start. Obviously, it depends on how things play out in the group. Is the best you can hope for usually is a 3-way tiebreaker. We'll see if they can put together their best game. But again, I think, well, not I think, but you and I both talked about this Israel team after their earlier win over Hungary, and we both agree that they got the components to maybe be bracket busters here in Debrecen. So a 2-2 start. Austria with 3 fouls. They did have some issues with their fouling in the opening UOQT in Hong Kong. It's so important to stay under that 7-foul threshold.
And look, you can use fouls as a resource, right? But a lot of their fouls in Hong Kong were reactive fouls. They were fouls reacting to a play. They were fouls reacting to somebody driving instead of proactively fouling to try to get scores off the board.
Dead even early. As both teams look to settle in to this Pool B confrontation. This one will certainly be a fight. Kaltenbrunner using the quick step, and that's what DeBerna can do. He started off as a straight-up shooter, but then he turned into a guy that just wreaks havoc on the drive. Artsy, no good.
Yeah, as you remember, he lost a lot of weight to get to this point. He used to be a little heftier, but he lost a bunch of weight to up his quickness, and he started playing less physical but he's a very physical driver still.
And strong. And a strong interior defender, too.
Yeah.
And congratulations again to him. He's a dad now. Meantime, it's Blazon. That was in the flow of the offense.
Yes, it was.
And that one mishandled and out of bounds. Israel will give it back over to Austria.
And this is what they need, emotional leadership. I think that's what Nice and Ismurati usually brings. A lot of emotions to the court. And kind of brings his team along in that. Now it's Sonel screaming.
Berna drops it off. Blazon, oh, lost the handle on it. Talking about, oh, no, he didn't. Now he had it poked away. I thought he mishandled it. Instead, they got 7 to get a shot up. Lenortner takes it out behind the 2-point arc. That is no good. Israel will corral the rebound. They too are now trying to find a shot late in the shot clock. Oh, that was nice.
That's something you do in a game of horse.
Had it happened in regulation, you might have a spot on the top 5 plays of the day. But a whistle before means no bucket. 3-point lead for Austria. Artsy, stroke.
I'm making row.
Well, it's really an artist with a stroke.
Oh, I thought it was a rowing thing.
No.
All right.
It's like a stroke on a painting. Get it?
Oh, yeah, I get it.
2-point contest. Tomorrow will be the last day of pool play. Each team will have a game remaining. And our quarterfinals will be decided. 2 very competitive days of pool play. So we are nearing the end of this one. Artsy will let it fly. That ricochets off the right side of the iron. Whistle in the corners. Lenortner is fouled. Heading to our first media timeout. Close game as we would expect. Great opportunity for Israel to pick up a second win and relieve some pressure, I think, heading into the final day of pool play. And they're going to get Austria's best shot for sure.
I mean, this is kind of a must-win game. Or it's not kind of. It is a must-win game for Austria if they want to be depending on their own medal.
How's that? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just enjoying the production value, Boz. Look at that bird's eye view of Kossuth Square.
That is pretty.
Man, shout out to the lighting crew who put that together. That's a beauty. I wonder who's operating that drone camera shot. Victor.
Well, shout out to Victor. He's doing a good job.
Is that Victor Rebe? Maybe. We them boys. 5 fouls apiece. And still a 6-4 game. Cohen whips it. Artsy. Nobody home. He gonna yam that. So Artsy gets Israel within 1. So they left the lane vacated, and he finishes with the one-handed flush. Tough shot right there. Out of bounds it'll go.
I think a good scout on Team Austria because Israel runs a lot of down screen and pop action for Omer Sadeh, and they've snuffed it out. He hasn't gotten any good looks. Uh-oh. Nojevic. That was just off the rim.
That was a low light. See, what had happened was, I guess it did slip. Nojevic will get another chance. Denied the first time, but persistence will pay off. He'll finish what he started. Ties the game at 6-all. Blazon moving strong to the left. Blazon, he's going to earn the whistle. That is a shooting foul. It is the 6th on Israel. Each team with 6 fouls. Could be a free throw shooting contest the rest of the way if they aren't able to get some defensive discipline. Next defensive foul for either team. 2 free throws will be the result. Blazon shooting 1 right now. He will get 1 more because of a lane violation on Israel.
Cash is in the second try at it. 7-6 game now.
Artsy. You unload one from deep, doesn't touch anything. No need to force any shots if you're Israel. They got to get into some offensive actions, I think, and not rely so much on individual talent.
No, but I think that is a part of their identity, right? But last game they played, they got a lot of individual creativity leading to kickouts, leading to open shots. And again, they went 7 for 13 from beyond the 2-point arc. Now their individual creation is leading to mid-range jumpers.
And Blazon has been active. Doesn't get the score on the inside travel call. So Cohen will make his argument with official Marcos. He's greeted with a smile and an explanation. And he says you can't take steps with the ball.
Yeah, and I think Cohen was trying to say he was being pulled by his shirt, and he might have had a point there. But
might have had an argument there on that replay. You can see it. That deflected and stolen. Nojovic wants to feed it inside. Off balance attempt right at the rim. Looks like Nortner got shoved to the ground.
He did.
And that'll be the 7th foul on Israel, offensive of the offensive variety.
Well, that might be a rebounding foul, so I think it's going to be 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, you're right. That's what the officials just discussed.
17 ball is Israel.
So Nortner with a chance to add to the Austrian lead. Neither team on pace for 21 points. This is going to be a scrap, it looks like, into the final horn. Nortner's been a little out of sync.
Yeah, Hawkeye left his arrow and bows at home, or bow and arrows.
Still plenty of time to pull him out. He finds the mark that time. Poked it away from Artsy. But out of bounds off Austria. Leaves 7 seconds for Israel to go to work. Plenty of time for Nojovic. With the quickness, he scores with the lefty lay. Nortner, nice kick out. Burner. Oh! Like somebody hitting with a leg sweep.
Don't forget the last game of the day after this one.
There's another Nico in the building.
I talked to him earlier. He's here as a tourist.
Shout out. What's up, Nico? Nojovic, ISO game. Gives it up. Doesn't get it back. Late in the shot clock. Artsy no good.
Hungary, Puerto Rico, one more game after this one. Stay with us and be ready for training to Hungary.
Look at the defense.
Nojovic is really disruptive with his defense.
Man, I like his attitude. He is tough as nails. Artsy, fade. 8-8.
That's beautiful.
Altenbrunner will miss the shorty. Stays where it's at. Oh, that just out of reach of Artsy. A wasted possession there for Israel, as we're just over 4 minutes to play in this one. But you see Artsy with the creative setup. Blazon. Nope. Israel have it cleared now. Nojovic. Hezzy. Drive, reverse, finish.
So speedy.
I like the finish though.
Oh no, he used the rim as protection. That's smarts right there, but he's just so fast.
So both teams in need of a rest, but here's another look at Nojevic getting a step. And the beautiful finish. She's a ballerina. Picturesque on that one. Still got a nice amount of fans here. Coach Shoot Square, join the action.
The home team's coming up soon here. Last game of the day after this one, so I think there's going to be some Hungarian fans in the house.
That's going to be a nice battle between Puerto Rico and Hungary.
Will it be? Think about it.
There's DJ Lass. What's up, DJ Lass? Our Olympic DJ. I think he's a 3x3 lifer.
Yeah.
Another dude that's impossible to not like. DJ Lass is always smiling, man.
Also a dude with the smallest glasses I've ever seen on a human being.
Yeah, but they work.
They work for him.
He's got a certain je ne sais quoi.
Wow.
As they say in France.
In France, yes.
At least in America, they tell us that they. I think it just means like a certain thing about him, you know, something special. 10-9. But for how long? Can't get a better look than that. They don't connect. What a pass. What a pass to set up with Nortner for the score. Sade. Uncontested layup. Israel keeping pace with Austria. Now Blazan on the attack.
Oh, that's a travel.
He's got hit with a couple of travels. So his footwork's a little rusty.
I like his post game, but this one, they got the chair pulled just a little bit. Smart defensive play, kind of tripped up after that, so good call by the referee.
And that's all it takes. 3:11 left in this one. Artsy gets a look, bottoms up. Israel now up 12-11. Increasing the defensive pressure as well. Another look at Artsy with no hesitation, long range. He's able to get it to go down. Nortner's turn. Ooh, I think Austria touched that last.
Oh, a technical foul extended for flopping.
Is that against Israel?
Yes. Take a look, but I don't know if this is a flop. Cohen tripped.
Yeah.
He tripped on a foot.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. I mean, he might have not tripped, but it looked like he tripped, you know.
No, I think he definitely tripped. I don't think that was a belly flop. I don't think he was trying to sell anything there. Nonetheless, the call is a call. The score stays where it's at anyway, so the ball don't lie. Berna. He will miss fire from long range. Back to Kaltenbrunner. Cross court to Sonell. Sonell to Lenortner. Good look, but the stroke ain't stroking for Lenortner. Sonell, so close. But a no-go on the bunny. Artsy. That too is well off the mark. We got 2:20 to play in a game that has been very, very tight. Neither team able to get any really breathing room in this one. You can see that each team is exhausted.
That's probably tighter than your high school pants, huh?
No, baggy pants were in back then.
You were baggy pants? All
yeah,
right, cool.
Baggy pants back then. The skinny jeans are what's in now.
Didn't it get there? Well, yeah, it got there after high school, right?
Yes. And the
Did
leg.
it take you a long time to get around those? It took me a while.
What, to the skinny jeans?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm from the old school. I don't. I can't wear them too tight. I don't want to be exposing my figure like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see you. Oh, the 10th foul now on Israel. Uh-oh. So the double bonus, the dreaded double bonus in effect here. 2 free throws coming up for Team Austria and possession after that. We have 2 minutes left to go in this game. And, well, Israel's going to have to be very disciplined and not very physical.
And how will Austria take advantage of that? They now take a 1-point advantage in this game. 2:07 left, and Israel in a dreaded position in that double penalty. Artsy with the rack attack. That evens things up and might give Israel a boost of energy. He showed off the rocket boosters there, elevates and throws it down. (13-13). Kaltenbrunner. Blazon, no finish that time. Rebound goes to Israel. Minute 45. Down low they go. Artsy getting faded like he's in a barber's chair. That's the second one we've seen him get to go down from that same spot.
Artsy's play today has been just incredible. He's scored from all levels of the court. Mid-range fadeaways, twos, dunks. Can't ask any more of a fella out here.
No, he's been as good as advertised. A missed shot from top of the key as we are locked at 14-14. The steal and the deal. Artsy, oh no!
That might hurt. That is going to hurt. A minute to go, an opportunity to go up one, and that just drops out of the rim.
Oh, he didn't have enough lift when he elevated.
Oh no, he's going to want that one back.
That may take some of the wind out of their sails. And again, he's a dude that can elevate. We've seen it before, but late at this point in the game,
get you a lay.
Yeah, get a lay.
Get you a lay.
Get a lay.
Just be safe. You need that 1-point advantage.
Day 3 of the FIBA 3x3 OQT tomorrow. Olympic qualifying tournament 2024. The last chance.
So the break is over.
Olympic dream in Paris.
Time to enter the quarter play again with 1:04 left. Israel in the double penalty. Austria with no more fouls to give, they will be in the penalty. But we're going to see a lot of defense like that. Kind of lax. Both teams don't want to foul. See, there's Artsy. He will lay it this time.
Oh.
That's a double foul. So that won't work against either team. But again, if Austria foul, that means 2 free throws for Israel. If Israel foul, that means 2 free throws and possession. So it's going to be a layup contest the rest of the way, it looks like, boss.
Yes, it will be. And that was the first one. Good action by the Austrians.
Yeah, Artsy off target from long range. I understand the shot there because, you know, a 2-ball could be the difference maker in a contest like this because you can't really defend when a team is driving on you. Oh, and that might be the difference right there. Matty Ice with a cold-blooded shot, top of the key. Nojovic will get in for the score, but still a 2-point difference.
Israel can't foul, but they need to stop.
Smart play by Blazon. And that will be the finishing touch. Austria with some high IQ 3x3 down the stretch. Israel made some critical mistakes. You think back to that artsy missed dunk. And that's all it takes to make the difference as Austria will get a much needed win. Both teams 1-1 after 2 games.
Just a great execution down the stretch there for Team Austria, right? They knew Israel was in foul trouble. They went with a ball screen first to get an open look as Israel couldn't be physical on the ball screen. They got an open layup to go up 1. Artsy then rushed the shot, And then they ran a down screen play for Matthias Lenortner, who hadn't been shooting well all game. But he got the most important shot of all of them at the end there, to put him up 3 and secure the victory.
That is it. They secure the W. Here is how they got it done. We've got one more 10-minute sprint left. Who you got? Hungary, Puerto Rico. We'll find out next.
Are you ready for the game? Are you ready for
Here we are at the city center here in Debrecen, in front of the old Reformed Church, Kossuth Square. The sun is going down, but the energy remains up for the final contest of Day 2's pool play action. We leave it up to the Hungarian men and Puerto Rico, Pool B. Hungary needing to bounce back after a 15-21 loss to Israel. Puerto Rico riding high after a 21-14 win over Austria. The cell phones are out. The Hungarian fans are bringing the energy. They know how important this contest is for their men's hope of getting an Olympic ticket. They were denied in 2021. Will they be denied here again in 2024? I think this game will go a long ways to determining the answer to that question.
Look, they are going to need to try to get Frankenstein going. He needs a bolt of electricity to the nuts and bolts in his neck. The man had 4. Well, you know those things stick out. Frankenstein.
Yes.
He had 4 points. He only shot the ball 3 times in their loss against Team Israel. 2 for 3 from the floor. Like, we need him to be more dominant. He did have 3 turnovers, though. We need to get rid of those.
I don't know. At this stage, Boz, I mean, he's a long-time 3x3 veteran. It's time for the other guys to step up and take it to the next level. I'm actually looking at Attila Demeter.
He had 8 points, though.
Okay, or I want you to let me finish. I was going to say Uroš Rosic.
Yes.
These are the players that have to carry the load offensively now. I don't think Ivo Šep should be a guy scoring more than 5 points a game. You want him on the boards. You want him defending. Give us 4 or 5 points. We should be good. Lazio Coma is the question mark because he's a new ad. So we'll see how they fare. I know Puerto Rico is feeling good. This is very much a momentum team. They ride the energy of Luis Quascu, my bad. Leandro Allende. Of course, Antonio Rolada is always very likely going to be their top scorer. He comes in with 9 points. Adriano Ocasio was the X factor.
Yes.
7 points for him, a couple of twos made. If Puerto Rico can bring that same type of effort here, then I think Hungary are going to have a tough time keeping up. If Puerto Rico can bring that same effort, their bugaboo has been the split personalities of this team. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Luis Quascu delivering a knockout punch earlier today to the Baudet shot clock. Now that he's going to try to see if they can knock out this team Hungary. We'll see. I do like what I've seen from them. They were balanced. Again, we talked about the need for a secondary or tertiary scorer, and Adrian Ocasio has delivered today. So if you can keep that up, they're looking good.
Well, the time for talk is over, as both teams will get ready to get this 10-minute sprint on and popping. Last opportunity for each country to qualify to the Paris Games this year. Not in this game, but in general. Just got to look at Antonio Ralat's parents. You got Mickey, Kathy, and Alejandro, his brother over there. Hello. They'll be waving that Puerto Rican flag for sure. Edmund Ho and Monica Malashevsky to officiate this final pool play game of the day. Ocasio El Toro playing bully ball to get the scoring started for Puerto Rico.
Picking right back up where he left off in the last game. Brought his lunch pail today, and it's past dinner time.
That man got his hard hat on. He's working harder than a construction dude. Boss, just
I like the effort.
Try to keep up with me. Who works harder? Who works harder than construction workers?
We do. We've been here for hours.
See, no love to our construction dudes. Y'all can thank Boz for that.
I'm sorry, fellas. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was only in the States for a couple of years. And what you get in the Netherlands is a lot of shots for construction dudes on the street, catcalling people and sitting around.
Okay. You wouldn't understand that reference. No, we work pretty hard. Anyway. You want to see Ivo Sepp get the rock more.
I do want to see Ivo Sepp get the rock more. Again, I think he's a mismatch. He's going to have to pick his battles, though, because I don't know if he wants to take on Kwaskud. He might be the strongest dude on the court, though.
Well, I mean, he's got his hands full with Ocasio, too. He ain't a pushover down there in the post. There's Allende. He will track down the rebound. Ocasio moving right. He wants to get it to Ralat. The pocket pass. Ocasio mishandles it. Gave him the dream shake. Turnaround J is no good. Domo will repost. Now this should be easy work for Ivo Sepp. And Frankenstein will get the layup to go. Hungary are on the board.
That's meaner than your ex's mother-in-law. Your ex-mother-in-law.
You stole that from me.
No.
That's why I liked it so much. I thought.
Did you use that before? I really didn't steal that.
I'm not even going to start on my ex-mother-in-law.
Well,
because
I'll leave that to you.
That reference reigns very true.
I'll leave that to you.
Ocasio at the line. Money. Cannot connect on the second of two. Here's Demeter. Drops it off. That's a strong finish. And Hungary need more of that. If they can get everybody to play well. Koma, a complimentary player. Buckets like that make a big difference. 2-2 early.
Him and Rosic already been featured early in the game here, and they were very quiet in their first game of the day.
Oh, Tila. That's an ill-advised shot attempt. Although it was late in the shot clock. Not the best look. Ralat. Quick step left. The runner is no go. Rosic. He will sweep through the paint and the lefty lay lands.
Again, for Team Puerto Rico, they play a drop coverage. They don't come up to the level of the screen. That is not good enough. If you play a drop, you want to come up to the screen, then drop in the paint. Ocasio on that play was just waiting for one of the Hungarian players to drive right at him.
Como with the defense. He tells Kwaskud, mi casa es no su casa. 3-2. Ralat. Oh, he will draw the whistle. Demeter trying to recover after that quick first step. He did meet him at the rim, but y'all definitely body contact there.
Yes. Look, the block looks nice, but he jumped into Ralat's body. Ralat didn't have a chance to keep his trajectory to the basket going. That for sure is a foul.
And good for Ralat to get to the line. That way he doesn't have to depend on, you know, his 2-ball game, mid-range game so much. The easy points are the ones that he wants to get. Speaking of easy points, Hungary making it look easy as Coma converts at the rim. Allende with some stop and go. And a foul, White. Third on Hungary. So, LA, he steps up to the stripe. What you think about his sock game? You've been talking about my sock game today.
Man, he's got a calf sleeve. That's nothing like the long socks you're wearing.
Is that a calf sleeve?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so he's got a mid-level sock and a calf sleeve. Okay, not like me. Oh, Ralat lost his footing. Manages to get it over to Allende. Leo, turn around. He did it on the calf sleeve.
Yeah, he did it on the calf sleeve. Look, he doesn't look like he used to play ball in Converse shoes. You do. I think there's a big difference.
You know what's funny? I did used to hoop in Chuck Taylors. My feet used to be burning after a day of hooping.
Oh, yeah.
Frankenstein at the line. He will miss it strong. Another foul on Hungary, their fourth. Almost 3 minutes into this final game of the day. Qua to Lotto. Ralat with, Demeter in pursuit. Demeter's doing a good job moving his feet, sticking with Ralat on the drive, but he's been whistled for a couple of fouls just at the tail end of the play.
Yeah, just keep your hands up, and he reaches in.
Antonio Ralat. He connects at the free throw line. Puts his team up by one. Demeter lobs it up to Coma. No yo. 5 apiece. Nobody home to stop Kwasku. That's easy money for him. Demeter, no. I believe that looked like out of bounds on Ocasio.
I think so too. Coma very active on the rebound there, and look, he's played a way better game than his first game in this one.
Nice connection. A look again at Demeter to Coma. See the Hungarian flags flying. Shout out to all the fans in attendance. They always show up strong. Great attendance here at Kochu Square each and every year. Oh, I didn't see that live. Oh, Evo Sev nutmegged him.
Brought the spice rack.
My goodness. Thank you for that replay. I didn't see that live action like that.
No, you're right.
There's a dime delivery. So Coma is active. It's Hungary even things up. 6 apiece. I believe that is hot in Hungarian. I'm learning some more. Frankenstein drops it off. So Coma is the star. He's being featured early and often.
Tomas Ivosev out there playing point guard.
But he's got that in his game.
No, I know he's got the passing. Well, we've seen him do that out of steals. We've seen him do that out of high post action in the past, right?
Yes.
Now he's doing it as a ball handler.
It's funny because I nicknamed him Frankenstein, but he's a high IQ player.
Yes.
When you think back to when he played on the Pro Tour with the Serbians, it wasn't just his dominance scoring, right? He could knock him down from long range. He was an outstanding passer.
Good defender.
And a good defender.
Got a lot of steals.
Yes. So, I mean, he's a well-rounded player. Always has been. 8-7. Rosic takes his time and tickles the twine. Soft touch there from Rosic. 4 minutes in and neither team able to get any breathing room. But look at Uros. Just that slight little ball fake. Pauses the defense for a moment. Great arc on the shot. It goes down. Yeah. 3 seconds with his back to the bucket. I think that's the first time we've seen that call made today.
Yes.
But once a player initiates a dribble with his back to a defender, has to either pass or shoot within 3 seconds. And that's what we saw Ocasio get hit with. You will take that elsewhere. You're not welcome here, is what Ralat says to Rosic. Back to the action we go. I'm liking the little battle between Kwiatkowski and Ivosev.
Me too. And you know Ivosev gets fired up in a battle like that. He's got some emotion to him, sometimes too much. But I like that.
He's one dude I wouldn't want to tangle with.
No, for sure not. No. Stay away from that man.
It looks like he would take a punch and just stare at you, unfazed. Rosic nowhere to go, but down to the post office. Ivosev comes up empty. LA with the clear. Kwiatkowski coming around, and Kwa finishes with the lay. Oh, Rosic. That is softer than your linens. That touch from mid-range. We've seen him convert on both sides of the rim.
Yeah, that touch is sharp and soft, but what I'm excited about is the fact that both Rosic and Kama have been very active in this game. They're featured on a bunch of plays instead of kind of letting Demeter and Ivosev run the table like in the first game.
Ralat coming around. Ocasio will get a clean look at two. No good there as Ivosev gets the Wilson out to Demeter. Attila coming around. Attila, oh, you fancy, huh? A VIP pass from Attila Demeter gives Hungary a 1-point lead. Oh my goodness, Ralat with the crossover. Almost a play worth talking about, but a miss. Ivosev attacking. Offensive foul.
Ralat gave up his body there, knowing that Ivosev was going to spin. That's laid it all on the line. Take a look. He really put his face in the way of that elbow.
He did. He sacrificed himself. Did a good job anticipating what Ivosev was going to do next.
Wow. Now the referee's going to take a look at the play. I don't think anything should be upgraded here, because that would be too much. But look, I like what Ralat's doing. He knew Ivosev was going to spin. He stuck his head in there, kept his body in place. I mean, just, well, not a play on words there, but a headsy way to get possession for your team.
I see what you mean, but I agree with you. That was inadvertent. I know that there was some contact to Ralat's face, but I can't see that being upgraded. But
it is upgraded.
It is upgraded. Okay. Almost dangerous when you get an elbow close to the face or actually connecting with the face. And, you know, by the rule book, it could be upgraded.
But it could be.
The eye test that we see is...
We've seen Tomasz Ivosev spin like that a million times. And, you know, this time there just happened to be a face in the way.
Ralat will convert on the first of 2 free throws. So we're deadlocked at 10. Hungary could be in trouble because of the foul situation, as they are up to 8. Puerto Rico, by comparison, with 4 fouls. They do have a 1-point lead now. Attila taking off. Layup is missed. Koma keeping it alive for now. Rosic lets it fly, and the 2 is no good. Lotto making his move. Ocasio driving strong left. Kwiatkowski can't get the rebound, and the shot clock violation is the result. Ivosep will start it from the left elbow. Here to Rosic. Sharing the rock. Ivosep goes down hard.
Ooh, he went up with bad intentions.
You think Ivosep was going to yam that?
Well, how often do you see him not pump fake and go up like this?
No, he had a head full of steam. And when look out, yeah, the way he grabbed that ball.
He was going to try to yam that.
He got hacked. 4:05 left in this game. Ivosep shooting one. They'll take a closer look at this one. And this, a common foul. I think that was a harder foul than what Ivosep did to get the unsportsmanlike. But hey, by the rule book, it is what it is.
True.
But he hit the deck hard. He's built different. That's why he's Frankenstein.
He might be one of the only people that could hurt an Enlio floor.
That's a fact. That dude. Who got a hand on that last? Hungary did. Yeah. Oh yeah, clear bat out. Attila disrupting the play, leaving 8 seconds to shoot for Puerto Rico. Action leads to a Ralat attempt from long range. Big rebound there for Ocasio. As Puerto Rico reset. Ocasio misses it. Ivosep foul on the rebound.
There was a lot of contact on that Ocasio take. I'm not sure what happened there, but I think a frustration foul going the other way.
So this game, as you can see, from the way the scores have gone, has been tight throughout. No breathing room for either team. More camera time for Ralat's family. Mickey, Kathy, and Alejandro there again. Ivosep. Still got some quickness left, too. Ralat had him lost in the sauce. Splash from deep. Puerto Rico lead at 13-11. Up fake, Ivosep. Back to work he goes. Ralat, Ocasio, Nem on the inside. That time, Ivosep couldn't get the third block. Got a whistle though. And that is a delay of game warning for Hungary, defending in the semicircle. But another look at Tomo Ivosep robbing Ocasio of would have been an easy layup. Now Ivosep hands it off. Rosic back to Frankenstein. Lofts it up. Koma puts it up with the left hand. Hungary ain't going nowhere. This is their house. They down one. LA on the move to the right. Stops short. Turns around. Splash.
That footwork.
Another balanced effort here from Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Rosic. Oh. In and out. Koma is able to clean up the mess. 2:30 to go. Allende, oh, he split the defense, missed the layup. Down to Frankenstein, he's alive.
There's that jolt of electricity. It might be the home crowd out here cheering him on.
15-15.
See, this is where things get difficult for Team Hungary. That is foul
right?
number 9.
Yeah.
They are one away from the double bonus. This is going to mean 2 free throws for Adriano Ocasio, but look, the next foul is going to be 2 free throws and possession. And that's where you don't want to be at. 2 minutes to go. They're going to have to be very, very very strict on physicality.
Puerto Rico break the tie. And you're right. Hungary, not only the Hungarian women who suffered a heartbreak here 3 years ago, it was the Hungary men too who also made it to the Olympic ticket game and fell to Belgium. How much do they have left here in a battle with Puerto Rico? In foul trouble and looking at now a 2-point deficit. Demeter down to the post office. Ivo Sepp continues to deliver for the Hungarians.
16-17.
Look, Tomas Ivosev has been in the biggest battles in 3x3. When this team needs it most, he gets him a bucket.
Buck 5-4 left. Ralat left alone. Obviously, Hungary have their hands tied defensively to a degree. You don't want to let Ralat get shots that easy, though, especially with Puerto Rico closing in. And this sprint to 21, it's 18-16. Puerto Rico looking for a 2-0 record. That got through as Rosic connected, 18 up. Rosic, this time he'll drive and score. Don't look now, but Hungary's in front. Lotto comes up short on the 2 attempt. Comes back to him. Puerto Rico now trying to tie. Ocasio will do just that. It's 19-19. Final minute. Attila Demeter drives. Hungary in front. Game point, Hungary. Ralat trying to steal it. Misses the 2. If you ain't on the edge of your seat right now, something's wrong with you. Attila Demeter spinning, missing. Possession back over to Puerto Rico. Ralat will come around. Ocasio with a clean look. 2-0. Hungary have it. Rosic using the screen from Koma. Rosic with the scoop. Game time. Hungary very much alive on their home court. What a win for Hungary. 1-1 as they will celebrate a hard-earned victory over Puerto Rico, who had them against the ropes. This is the toughness, the fight that you see in Hungary at home. They would not be denied. What a way to close the day. 21-19. Hungary stand up. The women are 2-0, and the men are right in the mix. So both teams at 1-1 heading into the final day of pool play. But what a victory. What a victory. It may be a momentum builder for Hungary, again, heading into day 3 tomorrow. So we'll get it courtside. Bas Rosendahl standing by with Frankenstein. Let's hear what he has to say after an emotional win for Hungary. Bas, take it away.
Thomas, congratulations, man. You picked up a much-needed victory. Now, I know you subbed out with about 2 minutes left in the game. Never got a chance to get back in, so you had to trust your teammates. Talk us through what you felt out there, watching from the sidelines, watching your guys pick up this win.
That's true. Purposely, I went outside because they was in a good rhythm. Komalaci played a great game, so I felt like guys kept the flow and they make good decisions. I trust them, so I'm lucky to have them like a teammate, so I can rest a little bit.
Well, you're going to get some rest now, but first, this last question. Look, you're playing in front of a home crowd out here in Debrecen, in your home country. The crowd was going nuts down the stretch of this game. Well, how did their energy affect your guys' play out here?
Of course, Debrecen is an amazing city. It's like home of the 3x3 in Hungary, and fans is amazing. I can say just they help us a lot, and we won because of them. When we was down, they give us energy and they support us. If we felt that, and we fight for them, and we can give them this win, and hope that tomorrow they're gonna come again and support us in the same way.
Well, congratulations on this victory. It's good to see you out here on the 3x3 court, man.
Well, you better believe the Hungarian fans are going to show up here tomorrow at Kossuth Square loud and proud, with both of their teams again very much alive. What a contest. One that again looked like it was going to favor Puerto Rico down the stretch, but you can never underestimate Hungary at home, and they proved just that. What a game. What a game from Frankenstein. Tomo Ivo setting the tone. Great defensive effort, although we did see Hungary get into foul trouble. And yet they still managed to find a way into the winner's circle. So listen, you will certainly want to join us for tomorrow, because our quarterfinalists will be determined by the end of business tomorrow. We got 16 more pool play games to go, and the groups are tight. No clear picture really in any group as we head into the final day. One last look at the highlights in this excuse me. Boz, I lost my voice.
Is your voice leaving you already?
Man, at least it left me. It left me at the end of the day.
Look, I got some licorice for you.
Okay.
That helps. Trust me.
Take off the ish.
Get you some honey. Get you some lemon. Get you some hot water. We'll get you fixed up for tomorrow.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to be ready. We'll give you a look at the pool phase results. And one last look. And that picture embodies Hungary's effort. Man, they played with the heart of lions in this one.
Well, yes,
man,
certainly.
For them to come back and get that win was massive.
For them to come back with that win with Tamas on the bench.
Crazy, crazy.
Just incredible.
What a crazy day. Really entertaining day two of pool play. As we get a look at the pool phase results, Mongolia really stole the show with their 2-0 effort today. Israel alive with a 1-1 record. They picked up a big win over Hungary, and this was men's Pool B. Oh my goodness.
A jumbled mess.
An absolute log jam between these four teams. It is anybody's pool to win as the top two advance. Pool D for the men, maybe a little bit clear. It's Mongolia in the driver's seat. Japan and Poland with a win apiece. And Belgium, shockingly,
yes,
on the outside looking in.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Well, they still could get in. They're going to need some help. But as we look at the women's results as well, Germany with a 2-0 record. That second game certainly was not pretty against Ukraine, but a win is a win is a win, as they say. Poland looking pretty good as well. They started off with a win over Ukraine, and they beat Tunisia as well. So they are 2-0. So the Germans and the Polish,
they're already clear. They're already moving on.
Yeah, they're moving on. So that's decided. So
yes, that
won't matter tomorrow. As Ukraine and Tunisia, the best they can do is finish 1 and 2. So that's decided. Pool C, far from it. As Spain are in the driver's seat. Japan and Mongolia both with a shot. And Egypt again on the outside looking in. They're going to need a win, number one, and some help in potentially a tiebreaker scenario. So A and C for the women took center stage today. B and D, we're going to see all of the groups in play tomorrow.
Yes.
As we get ready to bring pool play to a close.
You got to thank Victor again. Look at this pretty shot.
Man, this is goodbye. We start tomorrow, same time, 2:50 local time, the final day of pool play from Kossuth Square at this last OQT. I don't think I have to tell y'all, but y'all better be here tomorrow on time. Me and Boz will be here. Enjoy your evenings. Thanks for watching. We will see you tomorrow for the final day of pool play here in Debrecen.